Basuma we saw at Brighton and Hove Albion for a few seasons, rather than the one who hardly played really last season for Spurs. But he's caught the ball, as I say, that from Diaz, and Diaz with a chance to run forward. And Diaz has got a couple of options. Basuma slips as well. Diaz really good turn away from Ribeiro. He carries on going. Diaz, as he ran out of options, he has in the end. And initial error, and Diaz goes to go for it again, and Ribeiro between them. Eventually they win a goal kick, Spurs. But Basuma, I was praising him, cursing the commentator there, praising Basuma, and then all of a sudden gets caught in possession. And you don't want to give the ball away to Diaz in that position, but in the end, between him and Ribeiro, it did enough to see the ball out of play, and a bit of a let-off in the end, wasn't it, for Spurs. But Van de Ven comes forward, good run from him, plays it into Richarlison, but Robertson will come and get the ball back to Alisson, and well, both teams are going to have some joy, aren't they? It's fair to say. It looks like a very open game of football, just what we expected.
Yeah, absolutely. There's goals in both sides. There's also, I think, there's chances to concede for both, as Luis Diaz gets another lovely ball over the top.
Diaz now plays it into Robertson. Robertson to Gakpo in the area. Gakpo shoots. Good save by Vicario. Robertson on the rebound, and Vicario with a double save. Well, Andy Robertson, who scored and was sent off in this fixture 2 years ago, a real opportunity for him and Gakpo, and Vicario filling in for, of course, Hugo Lloris, of course, and what a chance that is for Liverpool, and Vicario the hero on that occasion. Robertson into Gakpo. Gakpo never really got out of his feet. The first save, you'd say, is
สวัสดีครับพวกพี่ๆเพื่อนๆครับ
excellent goalkeeping from Vicario. That's the closest we've come. Big chance for Liverpool.
Yeah, a couple of shots on target there, and they both needed saving. You know, they're right at him.
ทีมไหนดีอ่ะพี่ลิเวอร์พูลหรือสเปอร์ดี
Get his hands up and get his body in the way. He does exactly that in the
วันนี้เชียร์สเปอร์แล้วกัน
back to his feet really quickly. It's a good double save.
Yeah, it's headed away the corner as well from Sarr. Good defensive header from him. Liverpool, so many attacking options going forward.
เดี๋ยวเราเชียร์สเปอร์กันแล้วนะครับเพื่อนๆพี่นะครับเข้ามาแล้วนะฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามให้ด้วยเอากักโปยิงโอ้โหไม่ได้ยิงอีกโอ้โหติดเซฟอีกโอ้โหกักโปนะครับเพื่อนๆกับโรบินโอ้โหโรบินสันนะครับโอ้โหเยี่ยมเหนียวจัดเหนียวจังเลยวะวิคาริโอ
last season, Hugo Lloris, not the goalkeeper he once was, that's for sure. Vicario has done a fine job so far this season. Romero has the ball in his own half, plays it forward to Son. Son 4 goals in his last 5 versus Liverpool.
อันดูโรเบอร์สันนะโอ้โห
He goes down the challenge actually there from McAllister.
ครับเพื่อน
A bit careful. There, Alexis McAllister committing the foul on Kulusevski. Player who started life so well at Spurs when joining in January 2022, but didn't quite hit them heights last season. But he started this season well now. Poor control from Son, gives it away. Gakpo now goes back to Robertson.
ดูเมื่อกี้โคตรน่าเข้าเลยอะแต่แม่งไม่ได้
And Alisson, a freshly shaved Alisson, can find Matip. Not the best ball from his goalkeeper. Matip under a bit of pressure, but quite calm under pressure. Plays it off for Richarlison and wins a throw-in. I mentioned Mohamed Salah enjoys playing against Spurs. Actually got 11 goals, I believe it is, against them in 19 games, and the most important one coming in the Champions League final from the penalty spot.
เพื่อนๆพี่สวัสดีเด้อวันนี้เรามาพบกับระหว่างสเปอร์กับลิเวอร์พูลกันนะฟุตบอลลีกไม่รู้ว่าพี่มีใครเตะเหรอฟุตบอลลีกก็มีบอลด้วยเหรออ๋อมีปารีสไงเสมออีกแล้วปารีสอ่ะ
As a striker, there's a lot of pressure on him. I think Postecoglou coming in, and likes of he brought in Maddison, and as you mentioned, Basuma's a different player. Son's really stepped up as well in the absence of Harry Kane. It's just taking a little bit of pressure off Richarlison, and you've seen him playing a little bit of a different way. He seems freer. He seems a lot happier as well. So, but yeah, he's definitely up for this. He'll be wanting to. He'd be wanting to beat, Liverpool here. As you mentioned, the connections that he's got as Romero goes down on the halfway line.
Yes, a collision with Diaz. It was 2 South Americans coming together there, and I believe it was a bit of a collision. Romero's down in a bit of a heap, holding his face. I certainly think there was no intent there from the Colombian. The ball comes forward. Diaz goes for it. There's an elbow in the face. There's no intent. Diaz is jumping for the ball, and Romero gets caught and goes down. I mean, as I mentioned, Romero had a really tough time in the North London derby last weekend, and credit to Postecoglou for sticking with his man, but obviously Romero was a great defender, no doubt about that, but wasn't his best game, and he has been last season. Back to his feet now, the Argentine, the player who won the World Cup last year for Argentina, and he's going to be the man.
เพื่อนๆสวัสดีนะครับอย่าลืมนะเข้ามาแล้วนะครับฝากกด ไลค์ฝากกดถูกใจให้ด้วยนะครับพี่ๆเพื่อนๆนะครับ
potential scoreline in this game as Van der Ven gets the free kick from Romero and finds Basuma. Basuma could turn away there and he then finds Saar. Two holding midfielders between them, trying to get the ball up the field and the ball's
ผมอาร์เซนอลชนะ 4-0 แล้วอ่ะสบายใจแล้วไม่ว่าใครจะเป็นยังไงก็แล้วแต่เลยคู่นี้เสมอก็ดีที่สุดอยากให้เสมอนะผมว่านะผมไม่อยากให้ใครชนะหรอกจะได้ไม่ต้องแซงอาร์เซนอล
Potential of a handball there. I don't think it was too much in it though. Van Dijk had his arms close to his body. We're just going to see the replay now. Kulusevski whips one in. Never in hell was that a free kick or penalty. Van Dijk thoroughly.
อยากให้เสมอมากๆเลยคู่นี้พี่ๆเพื่อน
It's only going to be a corner.
Yeah, I've been really impressed in the opening 17 minutes with Basuma and Saar. They're just looking for each other when they get the ball, really teaming up really nicely. They were in a deep position there, almost both playing right back up at the same point. Managed to play out of trouble. Been really impressed with how they've started the game.
It's Maddison who's going to take the corner. He whips one in. It's not a bad one. McAllister can get there though, and he can clear. Kulusevski will get it back though. Maddison on the right hand side. He goes back to.
นัดที่แล้วมึงทำแสบไปนะสเปอร์เนี่ยไปตีเสมออาร์เซนอลมาไปครับคูลูเซฟกี้โอ้โหไปครับคูรูเปิดโอเคได้ลูกเตะมุมเว้ยวันนี้ดาวินนูนเยสนะครับก็ไม่ได้ลงด้วยนะครับเพื่อนๆมีรายชื่อเป็นตัวสำรอง
Salah control, really good offset, good play from Udogi. He's actually caught from Salah. That's surely a foul from Richarlison, it is. And yeah, Richarlison there again, too eager to win it back. He helps the Egyptian back to his feet. And Salah is in such terrific form right now. A goal or an assist in every single game this season. Mohamed Salah's a player who, well, you just can't keep them numbers low with him, can you? He's that good.
No, and obviously there was the talk in a transfer window of him possibly leaving. And I think that's really relished and he's come back stronger from that.
สเปอร์เล่นดีนะเพื่อนๆพูดตามตรงนะผมพูดตามตรงเลยนะเพื่อนๆสเปอร์รู้การได้มาโอเคเลยนะไม่ได้แย่เลยอะพวกพี่ๆว่าคู่ไหนชนะวันเนี้ย
Good defending though from Saar. Proper throws himself out. It's two deflections actually that and goes out for a corner. It's the stanchion behind the goal. It's going to be taken by Andy Robertson. Van Dijk and Matip will both come forward. There's danger potentially for Tottenham. 20 minutes played, still 0-0. Ball in. Matip goes for it. It's headed away though.
18 นาทีผ่านไปนะครับยังเหมือนเดิมนะ 0-0 นะครับสถิติก็ของลิเวอร์พูลครองบอล45สเปอร์55นะครับโอกาสยิงลิเวอร์พูล4สเปอร์ครั้งเดียวเอ้าไปอีกแล้วลูดิอาร์ตยิงโอ้โหติดฉลับอีกแล้วโอ้โหโอ้ยลิเวอร์พูลบุกใหญ่ว่ะเพื่อนผมชอบสปอตสไลน์มากเลยเบอร์8ของลิเวอร์พูลเนี่ยเล่นโคตรดีเลยอะ
Allison finds Van Dijk under a bit of pressure. Plays to McAllister, not the best ball in the world. And we saw Maddison pick the pocket of Jorginho last week, but McAllister on that occasion a little bit more alive. And Alisson's ball finds Salah. Poor touch, and Gomez then wins it though. And Gomez plays one through. And this is a real chance for Gakpo. Brilliant recovery pace from Van der Ven.
ครับจะสวนแล้วสเปอร์คูลูเซฟกี้โอ้โหดิเก้ไม่ถึง
Great defending from Van der Ven. Brilliant acceleration.
Yeah, he started the game really well as well. Van der Ven, he's come across a lot to help Udogi out on that.
เพราะว่าสลายนี่มันเป็นทีมชาติอะไรวะเพื่อนๆทีมชาติฮังการีอ่ะโอ้
Cody Gakpo was going to get there first, and then just those long legs, those big strides, got back, and no danger in the end, really.
Absolutely brilliant that from Van der Ven. So he said as the ball comes in Vicari.
แม็กอลิสเตอร์โอ้โหมาแทนเจมส์จอร์แดนเดลสันได้แบบเพอร์เฟกต์มากเลยสำหรับ
saves that needed to be made as he then plays one over the top, and that's going to be headed away from Gomez. Header finds Salah. This could be a bit of danger. Salah doesn't play it to Diaz. He waits to send for the run of Robertson. Robertson on the left. He goes to play it to Diaz. Can't quite get there.
โอเมสไปอีกแล้วคนนี้กระโปงโอ้โหไม่ทัน
Looks like a bit of a new man at times recently. Andy Robertson, of course, did have his struggles last season, as most Liverpool players did, but a fine play of the Scots left back ball from to Gakpo. Gakpo to Salah with the shot outside of the boot. Would have had to take something special. He wants a corner, Salah, and according to his reaction, the referee might well have given a goal kick. We will see on our screens now. Diaz it is who finds Gakpo lays it to Salah.
ห้ามมาปวดอีกนะพี่ทะเลวะพี่ทะเล
harmlessly wide from the Egyptian.
No, when it was lined up, I thought surely he's not going to hit this with his right foot. I don't think I've ever seen Salah take a shot.
มันลิดนำ 2-0 แล้วนี่เพื่อนๆพี่
It was never going to trouble. It probably was a corner, to be honest, but
อันนี้ศึกชิงจ่าฝูงเลยเนี่ยจิโรน่ากับเรอัลมาดริดเนี่ยแต่ปารีสไม่ชนะอีกแล้วว่ะเพื่อนๆการหนักนะปารีสอะเอาแอนดูโรบสันโอ้โหเปิดติดอีก
might have just been darting into that 6-yard box. Nobody did. It was an excellent ball from Gomez. Had a fine start to the game. Joe Gomez at right back. Saw now has it survive on that occasion. We saw Richarlison at the other end do something similar earlier in the game with a ball across.
ยิงโอ้โหไม่ได้อีกก็ดูดิ
Same with Gomez on that occasion. Not quite to be. As Saw then is dispossessed, but then he gets a second bite.
ลิเวอร์พูลยิงแบบ 7-8 ครั้งแล้วอะเพื่อนๆแต่ก็ยังไม่มีจังหวะอะไรมากมายนะใช่บอกแล้วประธานเป้ต้องใส่แน่นอนแปลกๆอ่ะพี่ปารีสอ่ะนะครับโมฮัมเหม็ดซาร่าโอ้โหสวยโกเมสเปิดเข้าไปโอ้โหไม่มีใครเลยโอ้โหซามม้วนสวยจัดเอาโอดูกี้แบ็กซ้ายนะครับของสเปอร์นะเบอร์38เป็นใครก็ไม่รู้ครับแต่มาเล่นดีจัดตากับบิซูมานี่กลายเป็นคู่บิฟิลด์ล่างเทพเลยเนี่ยของสเปอร์เนี่ย
enough, but it has been a lively start. It's been very entertaining to say there's been a lack of clear-cut chances as Curtis Jones concedes a throw-in on that right-hand side. It'll be Pedro Porro to take it. Well, he just about gets it back off the ball person. He does throw it in towards Sarr, who started the game really well. He's dispossessed there though by Andy Robertson, and then there's a challenge between the Scot and Yves Bissouma. The latter's gone down. He stayed down. It was actually Curtis Jones who dove in. It was a bit of a 50-50. It does look like Bissouma's come off the worst, and in fact, the referee deems it a bookable offence. Curtis Jones gets himself a yellow card. Just have a look at
ประธานเป้ย้ายอะมันย้ายไปไหนอะพี่ว่าย้ายไปไหนประธานเป้มาดริดเนาะผมว่ามาดริดโอเคเลยมาดริดขาดกองหน้าดีๆสักคนหนึ่งแล้วคนฝรั่งเศสเด็กแบบเด็กดาวรุ่งฝรั่งเศสอยู่เยอะด้วยไงอยู่มาดริดอะเอาครับไลซิกนะครับนำบาเยิร์นแล้ว 1-0
Well, I was doing commentary on the Chelsea game when Gusto was sent off, and it was a very similar challenge in a similar area. And looking at Bissouma's foot, it's sort of the studs are planted, but the ankle goes away. It almost creates this sort of right angle, and that was deemed a yellow card at first. And then the referee had a look, and he changed it to a red. The referee
โอ้คดิโจเล่นแรงนะครับเพื่อนๆโดนใบเหลืองเลย
He's going to go to the screen, and I would imagine based off what we know from when they go and look at the screen, but also just having a look at the replays, this is probably going to be a red card here.
It's a really poor challenge from Jones. Over the ball, looking at Bissouma's leg. That is a potential.
โอ้โหยันแบบเต็มๆเลยดีมึงโชคดีนะไม่โดนอาจจะโดนใบแดงได้นะ
Takes a good look at it, and I think he could be seeing a red card. He was angry enough at a yellow card. So I think, yeah, for me, it's a poor challenge though, and I think he's in trouble here. The referee's about to make his decision.
Yeah, he's
แต่ดีมันยังโดนไม่เต็มนะ
He's bringing Jones over, indicating that the yellow card is to be cancelled, and he's changing it to a red. So Liverpool go down to 10 men. Curtis Jones after 20 minutes, and that will definitely change the complexion of this game. The away side have had a couple of chances, a couple of shots on target, and it's poor touch from Curtis Jones that leads to him diving in. It's a really poor challenge. Bissouma, as you mentioned, he's lucky to get away if he's not got an injury here. It's a definite red card. There can be no complaints. Curtis Jones, when he has a look at that, when Jurgen Klopp has a look at the replay, they can't complain at that one.
It's a poor challenge. It's a very poor chance over the top of the ball, and that could have been a potential leg breaker. The angle of his legs on the replay is not a nice nice view. I'm just thankful Basuma is okay. Jones can have absolutely no complaints, and it's a blatant red card, and well, Liverpool are now at a disadvantage. And Virgil van Dijk, he was the man, of course, sent off a few weeks ago against Newcastle United, and Liverpool got out of jail on that day, coming from behind to win.
โอ้โหใบแดงว่ะเพื่อน
Basuma is down still.
เรียบร้อย
It's okay here because no complaints at all. I'm surprised the yellow card was.
เปล่าลิเวอร์พูลเหลือ10คนเลยครับเพื่อนๆโดนใบแดงไป1คนเฉยเลยโอ้ยบรรลัยไส้แล้วไงงานเข้าไงเนี่ยโอ้โหดีขาไม่หักอ่ะ
No, absolutely not. 26 minutes gone. It's Spurs 0, Liverpool 0. We're still waiting to get underway. Basuma is receiving treatment. We do hope he's okay, of course. Whether that'll lead to Jurgen Klopp changing things around, I guess we can take this chance just to have a look at the bench. We mentioned Trent Alexander-Arnold's return from injury. He is on the bench today, as is Diogo Jota. A few midfield options if that's what Jurgen Klopp wants to go to. Harvey Elliott.
เกิดที่โจนนะครับโดนใบแดงไปแล้ว
Injury concerns as well.
ทีมน้องพลตายแน่ นั่นนี่ครับพี่
When Leeds were in the Premier League, that put Elliott out for a very long time. We do hope that doesn't happen to Basuma.
เจ็บด้วยอ่ะผมว่ามันก็น่าเจ็บอ่ะ
Tsimikas, Nunes and Konate, and then of course Kelleher in goal as well. 27 minutes gone. Basuma is back to his feet now, so he's limping off. He's going to have a word with the physio. I'd imagine he's back to his feet, which would suggest it's not. It's obviously not a leg breaker. You would imagine it's maybe not as bad as we first feared. We'll have to wait and see if he does return. He does seem. I think he will. Looking at this, but the physio is having a word in his ear. He's in communication with obviously his manager and perhaps some of the physios on the Spurs bench. But we are back underway. 28 minutes gone. The free kick's taken and Romero's on the ball under some slight pressure from Mohamed Salah. It's going to be hard work now for
ผมกลัวบุอันนี้มันจะเจ็บเอาดิเพื่อน
Salah has taken up position as a striker, and Cody Gakpo's dropped back into former midfield 4 as the ball's played in towards Min Son just inside.
ลิเวอร์พูลบอกกูโดนเหลือ10คนอีกแล้ว
Inside to Maddison. He's looking over the top for Kulusevski. It's a lovely ball from him to find his man on the right hand side. He's coming into the box now. He's one-on-one with Robertson. He goes round him. He tries to get a cross in. It's dealt with though by Liverpool. It was great work there from Kulusevski, but Liverpool have come away with it through Luis Diaz. But there's a retreating challenge there from Pedro Porro, and the men in white win it back pretty quickly. And I imagine we'd expect that for the rest of the game. It's going to be an uphill battle. It's going to be really hard for Liverpool now.
It absolutely is. I think obviously Liverpool dealt with the Newcastle situation really well. They're already 1-0 down in that game, so Newcastle were already on the front foot, and the way they came back and won that was fantastic. And obviously they have a certain Darwin Núñez on the bench who was the hero that day. But that's good play from Spurs. But to be fair to Virgil van Dijk, he defends it well. But there's been a couple of times in the game when I think Kulusevski has had the beating of Robertson, and that's a bit of a concern for Liverpool now. They're going to have to defend very, very well the rest of this game, and Robertson does well to win that there. But it's an uphill battle for Liverpool, no doubt about that. However, there has been 2 other games this season when they have received red cards and still came out with 3 points. So it's not a situation that they're too unfamiliar with Jurgen Klopp's side.
No, absolutely, and obviously Spurs are known for dropping points from winning positions and also winning points from losing positions. In fact, no side has lost more points from winning positions, 451, or gained more from losing positions, 428, than Spurs have.
งานเข้าเลยครับเพื่อนๆ
Side with a bit of a seesaw record, you would say, as Kulusevski picks the ball up around 40 yards from goal. He's forced back towards Sarr, inside to Maddison. First time 1-2 inside by Maddison. Left-footed strike from him from the edge of the box. It's saved comfortably in the end by Alisson, but it's the first real chance we've seen from Spurs. It's a shot on target. It was lovely football as well in the build-up between Sarr, Maddison and Pedro Porro. He caught it quite nicely, but maybe just lacks power.
Yeah, it was not powerful enough to beat him. It is just creeping into that far corner from Maddison. It's not a bad effort, but really it's a comfortable enough save for a keeper of Alisson's quality. He just comes across and gets there, but that's the problem Liverpool have got now. Them gaps in the midfield are going to appear, and that's going to be a really big problem. But that's a really good ball from McAllister, and Liverpool have got a chance on the left here.
Here comes Diaz. He's got the overlap from Robertson. He does find the Scot, but it's a poor ball really in truth, and Spurs are able to come away with it through Kulusevski. There's a challenge on him by McAllister, and then another challenge on him by Diaz. He's still got the ball and he's still on his feet. He does finally go down off the ball, but Maddison's got the ball around 30 yards from goal. He tried to feed it through towards Richarlison, but it was good work in the end by Matip. It's gone out for a throw-in on the left-hand side. It will be a Liverpool ball by the looks of it. That was really good work from Kulusevski to ride a couple of challenges, and then eventually he did go down off the ball from Gakpo. I'm not sure if the referee maybe come back to that one, but really good work there. The ball's back in play from the Liverpool throw. Matip's got it on this right-hand side. He gives it to Gomez. He's forced back towards Alisson under pressure from Son. He's forced to go not long per se, but he just try and pick out Robertson on that left-hand side. It's a poor ball.
ไปครับลิเวอร์พูลต้องหาทางแก้ด่วนแล้วล่ะเพราะเหลือ10 คนแล้วอ่ะเพื่อน
Back towards the halfway line. Romero, lots of time on the ball now, as you'd expect for the home side. Madison's picked it up. He gives it to Masuma, and then he gives it back to the former Leicester City man. There's a couple of 1-2s going on, and now Sarr joins the party as well. They're just improving the passing.
โดนถล่มแน่สเปอร์ให้น้องแพ้เป็นนัดแรกตามซิตี้ไปแช่งทีมกูดีนักลิเวอร์พูล แพ้ไปซะ นี่เอาความแค้นส่วนตัวมาเลยนี่
Come away with the ball, but it's a poor pass, and Szoboszlai is able to intercept, and a chance for Liverpool to come forward there. It was Salah on the ball. His pass was cut out as Sarr gets himself out of trouble nicely and comes forward. He's got an overlapping run from Pedro Porro, but he's still got the ball. Sarr finally goes inside to Maddison on the edge of the box, inside the box now. He tried to pass, he's got it back, Maddison. There's plenty of bodies in red in front of him. He's just looking for options. He finds Kulusevski on the edge of the box, left towards Richarlison. Gets a shot on goal. It's gone over. It was a left-footed strike. It was never really troubling. It's always seemed like going over, and he's got his head in his hands. He's got to do better there, hasn't he?
He has. It's good play from Spurs. Really patient build-up. Maddison, excellent ball into Kulusevski. He's been Spurs' danger man so far. Kulusevski's had a really good game, the Swede, and it falls to Richarlison. Never looked convincing though, did he? Got the ball on out of his feet on that left foot, and we see the reaction there of Ange Postecoglou. A bit of frustration there from him, but Richarlison will be frustrated. He gets the ball in a good position. He's got to at least test Alisson from there, in my opinion. Doesn't quite manage to do it, and in the end, the shot's harmlessly over. But obviously now on Liverpool, they're going to have to deal with a bit of a Spurs onslaught, and you know, half-time is approaching. That might give Klopp a chance to change something. If you are Liverpool, try and get into half-time at 0-0, or even better, try and nick a goal before half-time. That'd certainly throw a bit of a spanner in the works, but obviously Liverpool still have enough quality going forward, and here they go.
Here they come with Luis Diaz. He's in behind the defence, gets a shot on goal, and it's in. It reaches the bottom corner. It's
ยิง
past
โอ้โห
Vicario.
ไม่
It's
ได้
a wonderful strike from the Colombian. And we're having a look. I think he might have been pulled back from offside. I think that's what the linesman is indicating. Yes, it was very tight. I've got to say in the build-up, it was Mohamed Salah. He held the ball.
พูดถึงนะเพื่อนๆถ้าแมดิสันแม่งแบบว่ามี
The ball is played through. Having a look at the replay, I think he's onside there, Sam. I think this goal could count.
It could. And looking at the replay, Matt, it's a fantastic finish from Diaz. It's got to be said. I mean, they are going to have a look at it. Oh, actually, looking at that replay, he might have just gone a little bit early, the Colombian. The line should clarify this for us if he is onside or not. Obviously a big call. Well, the check's over by the looks of it, and it is going to be ruled out for offside. At Liverpool, though, I mentioned about them potentially nicking a goal. They did, but it's been ruled out. And Spurs come forward now, but it's a waste, and Alisson comes to collect. But that's what I mean with Liverpool. Even with 10 men, they've got so much quality going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought the VAR check was.
โอ้เรียบร้อยเฮ้ย 1-0 เฉยเลย
Must be confident.
เฮ้ยลิเวอร์พูล
Still Spurs 0, Liverpool 0. 34.5 minutes gone as the ball goes out of play on that left-hand side. I was just going to say, as the goal went in from Luis Diaz, he's actually never lost a game that he scored in. So if that would have counted, there was potential that, you know, that record could change.
โอ้ต้องดูไม่ล้ำนะเพื่อนๆอาจจะไม่ล้ำนะผมบอกไว้เลยนะอาจไม่ล้ำนะไม่ล้ำด้วยโอ้โห
Down to 10 men. Curtis Jones was sent off a reckless foul, a reckless challenge really on Yves Bissouma. The away side do have the ball though inside their own half. It's back towards.
เป็นทีมแพ้ด้วยกันนะลิเวอร์พูลแมนซิตี้ เขาเหงาโอ้ล้ำโอ้โห
Alisson's tried to spray a ball out to a full. He's overhit it. There is some pressure from Son, and as there was previously for the last one, but he's not panicking. It's just a poor pass from Alisson on 2 occasions.
Uncharacteristic, really. I think Alisson's an absolutely fantastic goalkeeper, and I think, you know, usually his distribution is spot on, but on that occasion it wasn't the case, and twice in this game now a little bit sloppy from the Brazilian, and Spurs try and come forward again. But again, this game now it doesn't feel like 11v10 at the moment. It's got to be said, but obviously as the game goes on, that might become a factor with Spurs having that man advantage. Good ball in behind here.
Here's Richarlison. He plays it across towards Son. It's an easy tap-in in the end. They've opened the scoring just moments after we thought Liverpool had. It was ruled out for offside from nowhere, really. Spurs have put themselves ahead. It was Richarlison down the left-hand side. A ball across the face of goal. All Son had to do was tap it in. He scored yet again, Heung-min Son.
Yeah, it's a good goal in the end from Spurs. Just as I was saying, it doesn't feel like it's 11v10. Spurs make that man advantage count. Fantastic ball in behind from James Maddison. How many times have we seen this in Maddison's early career? What a ball. Oh, and this could be offside though. Richarlison might have gone a little bit early there. He plays it in Son with an easy tap in, as you say. Liverpool appealing for the flag, aren't they? And I've got a feeling they might take a good look at this VAR, but even so, could be 2 goals ruled out in quick succession. But Heung-min Son is on fantastic form at the moment, and if this goal does stand, he's continued that brilliant form and his great record against Liverpool.
Yeah, he certainly stepped up in the absence of Harry Kane.
เรียบร้อย 1-0 ซอนเทอร์มินครับโอ้โหริชาร์ลิซอนครับเพื่อนๆ
Ruled out as is. It does appear to have stood. So, but we will wait and see. 36.5 minutes gone. Potentially, Spurs won. Liverpool 0.
เรียบร้อยโรงเรียนจีนครับเอาละ
It has stood. So Heung-min Son
อ้าวมาแล้วสเปอร์แล้วครับนำแล้วครับ 1-0 โอ้โห
quite easily by Son. That puts him well, he's definitely up there. He's 6 in the all-time top goal scorers for Spurs. He's got a long way to go before he reaches first though.
เจ๋งจริง
Tries to feed a ball through to, I think it was tried to feed it through to Kulusevski, but it was overhit. It's rolled through to the feet of Alisson, and Liverpool look to play out here. Matip with a lovely little flick round the corner to Joe Gomez. He looks forward for options. He's got Cody Gakpo.
ผมว่าที่เป็นกัปตันทีมจริงๆเลย
Use him. He does eventually, but there's plenty of bodies back foot now for Spurs. It's in towards Szoboszlai, left towards McAllister. He goes further left to Robertson, down the line for Luis Diaz, around 30 yards from goal. The Colombian comes back towards McAllister, under pressure from Sarr, forced back towards the halfway line. Van Dijk with his trademark right-footed crossfield ball. It's headed on by Gakpo into the feet of Joe Gomez. There's a challenge there inside the box from Van de Ven. There's question marks being asked towards referee. I don't think in truth it was ever looking like a penalty. Joe Gomez has gone down under the challenge, but it was a good challenge by Van de Ven.
สเปอร์เพื่อนรัก
Well, let's have a look at the replay. There is a connection there between the left boot of Van de Ven and the right boot of Joe Gomez. Whether he gets the ball or not, I'm actually not too sure looking at the replay.
Isn't it? Gomez has got to the ball first. That's kind of the thing here. I do think he's got a bit on the ball, Van de Ven. That might be what saves him on this occasion. But it's not as I thought originally. It's a good clearance from Van de Ven. I thought he got across really well. But looking back at it, he's a little bit fortunate there. He's got to be a bit careful because on another day, a harsher referee might deem that as a penalty. But I think it's just about right as Robertson takes the corner.
Corner in swing towards the front post. It was towards Cody Gakpo, who's dealt with though by Spurs.
โอ้โหยากแล้วล่ะผมว่านะ
Right hand side, 38.5
ที่จะ
Spurs won, Liverpool 0 as Joe Gomez comes across to take this throw. There's still a few bodies forward for Liverpool from that set piece. Van Dijk's still up there, and you would wonder then maybe if Joe Gomez can sort of action up.
งานเข้าล่ะเพื่อนนำแล้ว 1-0 ซอนเทอร์มินนะครับเข้ามาแล้วนะครับฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์กด Subscribe ให้ด้วยนะครับพี่ๆเพื่อนๆรบกวนด้วยเด้อ
Drops towards the feet of Heung-min Son. Udogie gets there ahead of McAllister, and it's a poor challenge from the latter. He's got himself in the book now, McAllister. It was a poor challenge on the edge of the box. Udogie would have been away, potentially a counter-attack there on the cards for Spurs, and they have to watch themselves. Liverpool down to 10 men already, and challenges like that, that's nasty as well. It's not a case of it's a trailing boot. He's caught him quite poorly, really.
โรเบอร์สันเปิดมงโอ้โหไม่ได้ครับ10 คนกับ 11 คนจะเหลือเหรอครับนั่นน่ะดิพี่ก็พี่ก็พูดถูกอ่ะพี่
rash one from McAllister, taking one for the team there. He knew Spurs might get away, and again, despite Spurs winning the game 1-0, I do think Liverpool, since going down to 10 men, haven't made a bad account of themselves really, but they've just got to be careful, Liverpool. They don't leave themselves too open at the back like we saw for the goal. The goal was very easy from Spurs, to be honest, and I think that that's something Liverpool have got to be careful they don't concede another and let this game get away from them.
Yeah, they've certainly not looked. It's not been overtly clear that they've got 10 men. They're working really hard.
มันไม่ใช่เจอทีมแบบเราอ่อนกว่าไงแต่นี่คือเจอทีมแบบเท่ากันนะพี่
Find room for a
Cái
shot.
da
He
cả.
does just about get a shot off, but in truth, it was never ever going to trouble the goal of Allison. He's able to collect it with one hand and then throw out towards the left-hand side with Andy Robertson. The Scot is charging forward, as is Luis Diaz as an option forward. He doesn't go to the club, meaning instead goes to Mohamed Salah on the edge of the box. It's fine defensive work again from Van de Ven. Comes across and deals with it, and even dribbles out of trouble away from Mohamed Salah.
40 นาทีผ่านไปครับไวเหมือนโกหกเลยไวจริงๆเพื่อนๆแต่บิซูมานะฤดูกาลที่แล้วนะโหแลห่วยๆนะแต่ฤดูกาลนี้แม่งคือแบบดีจัดเลยอะพี่
The ball to the right-hand side in Romero. He goes left, then back towards this near side in Van de Ven. Basuma picks it up left towards Udogie. Basuma gets it back off him. Again, some more 1-2s there as Sarr comes away with it. He gives it inside towards Pedro Porro. It's gone back towards Romero.
ซอนเทอร์มินลิชาลิซอนโอ้ยิงโอ้โหติดเซฟโอ้โห
Pedro Porro, there's a foul off the ball. That's what Luis Diaz thought anyway, but the referee says no dice. It's gone out for a throw-in, which is taken pretty much straight away. 41.5 minutes gone. It's Spurs 1, Liverpool 0 as Romero tries a ball down the line, but it's cut out by McAllister. It's only gone out for a throw-in on the right-hand side as we see a graphic on our screens. Points won from losing positions. The most this season have been Liverpool, as you mentioned. You know, that one in particular, the Nunes one, where he came in and scored 2 goals against Newcastle, I thought was impressive, and I thought that alone would mean he would start the next few games. He's not really sort of put a stamp on a starting position. It was Gakpo starting up front, and then since the red card, Salah seems to have taken up that striker role as Udogie comes forward on the left-hand side. He's got Richarlison in support, and he finds him. Gomez comes across the tackle, but he feeds it back towards Udogie. It's fired in towards the box. Heung-min Son tries to find room for a strike. It's going to drop for a Richarlison. Left-footed strike from him, hits the post. It's still on though. Pedro Porro's got the ball on the right-hand side. It's a great chance. It's shifted back towards James Maddison. The linesman's flag on the far side goes up. It's been pulled back for offside. Richarlison again with a really good chance. This one wasn't as clear, I didn't think, as the one that he skied over. And I thought he just crept it into the left corner and it hits the post. It's really unlucky.
I think the flag did go up before that. I don't think it would have counted, but the danger was there. The ball's played into Son. Joel Matip does really well to close him down. And eventually, Kulusevski, I think the offside was actually for Udogie, who would have been in Alisson's line of sight. He lets the ball go through his legs and it hits the post because he's running past. And that was a real chance, though, again, for Richarlison. Even if Udogie wasn't there, the ball would have still hit the post, and that's a real chance. And Spurs, if they get a second goal before half-time, well, Liverpool are in massive trouble, so Liverpool have got to hold on.
Absolutely.
โอ้ดูกี้ เอาเปิดไปแล้วซอนเทอร์มินเอายังบอลเข้าทางเอาลิชาลิซันยิงเรียบร้อยชนเสาโอ้โหไม่ได้โอ้ยล้ำหน้าโอ้โห
Well, Liverpool's left-hand side from back towards Andy Robertson, inside towards Van Dijk, and then McAllister tries a crossfield ball. It's really poor attempt, in truth, cut out by Spurs. Here comes Richarlison, cuts inside, finds Maddison. There's plenty of bodies forward for Spurs if they can find them in the right areas. Maddison's going to try and do that now. He gives it towards Heung-min Son. First time ball from him towards the feet of Kulusevski. It's cut out by Liverpool. Szoboszlai making his way away from goal, but he's got himself into a little bit of trouble here. Just about gets away with it though. Gives it to McAllister, and the pressure is seemingly off now for Liverpool. They're going to try come forward through Andy Robertson. He's continued his run as he's given the ball off to Luis Diaz around 30 yards from goal on the left-hand side. Kulusevski's back though defending, and you just get a question mark of whether the Spurs are just going to sit off these last few minutes, try to take this 1-0 lead.
ไปลิเวอร์พูลสู้ๆไว้ลิเวอร์พูลเอาเป็นรองนะเราต้องสู้ๆเขาสิ
play in this first half, and obviously here we are only 44 minutes in. We haven't quite hit the 45 yet, so they've got to be a bit careful. Obviously, they don't.
ลิเวอร์พูลต้องแก้เกมแล้วล่ะครึ่งหลังอ่ะเพื่อนๆ
Mohamed Salah tries a ball across the face.
เอามาอีกแล้ว
Van de Ven. The ball's back towards Joe Gomez. There's a challenge on the edge of the box by Richarlison, which the
เจมส์ดิสันเนี่ยทีเด็ดจัดเลยโอ้โหทำไมไม่มาเซนอนวะเจมส์ดิสันค่าตัวโคตรถูกเลยครับเพื่อน
I imagine it'll be one that they'll cross in. Just have a look at the replay of that challenge. It was definitely a foul as Joe Gomez just got his body in the way really smartly. He saw the pressure.
ลิเวอร์พูลไม่สู้
obliged and conceded the free kick. It will be Szoboszlai to take it, as I mentioned, sort of corner of the box.
สู้แล้วครับแต่สู้ไม่ได้
As we reach the 45-minute mark, the fourth official has indicated a minimum of 6 minutes added on in this first half. We're just preparing for this free kick to be taken. Szoboszlai towards the centre of the box, headed away, but only as far as Luis Diaz on the edge of the box. He shifts it left towards Gakpo. He's trying to find room for a strike. Good defensive work from Spurs. There's a challenge there.
แต่ถ้าลิเวอร์พูลเน้นๆนะ
Szoboszlai feeds one back in towards Matip in the box. It's cleared though by Spurs. No real pressure in truth as Kulusevski chases down this clearance. He does get there first. There's a challenge coming here from Luis Diaz, but he skips away from that. There's body streaming forward.
สู้ไม่ไหวเลย
The other Son. It's the latter who picks the ball up around 30 yards from goal. Tries
อุ้ย
to
อุ้ยกล้องหล่นเลยโอ้ยกล้องหล่นเลยกล้องหล่นเลย
Really poor decision from the South Korean. He's apologising to James Maddison because he was in a great position. James Maddison. I don't know why he didn't feed him.
To be honest, was he trying to pick him out when it went wrong, or was he going for goal? I mean, he kind of got his body angles all wrong there, didn't he, Son? And by the time he went to pass it or shoot, he just completely kind of fell backwards and half volleyed it really, but never going to find his man, and it runs through to Alisson. That's a real good chance for Spurs. And again, when Liverpool do commit bodies forward, Spurs with that man advantage, they've got a real chance to pick Liverpool off at the back, and that was a prime example on the counter-attack. And in fairness, they got away with it, Liverpool, on that occasion, but they can't commit bodies forward too often.
No, and Alisson's given the ball away again. A little bit more pressure in truth, so we'll allow him that one as Yves Bissouma gets a challenge from Gakpo. The referee has indicated that was a foul, though. It was a challenge in the back of Bissouma. 46.5 minutes.
มาอีกแล้วครับมาอีกแล้วซอนมินโอ้จะทำอะไรอ่ะซอน
Quickly, James Maddison and Sarr just knocked the ball between each other.
โอ้เสียของเลยอ่ะ
Towards Kulusevski, plenty of room on the right-hand side. He checks back, gives it towards Sarr. Will he put a cross in the box? No, he just again little 1-2 with James Maddison. Played away out of a little bit of pressure from Mohamed Salah. Bissouma on the ball now, inside towards Maddison, back to Bissouma, and then right-hand side towards Sarr. It's on the halfway line now with Romero. James Maddison's gone down off the ball.
โอ้เสียหายเลยครับเพื่อน
Playing on as Richarlison picks it up on the left-hand side. Under pressure from two players in red, and he tries a ball through to Udogie, but it was cut out by Cody Gakpo. It will be a throw-in on that left-hand side. Udogie's come across to take it. It's inside towards James Maddison. Gets a 1-2. Comes away with the ball. Fires right towards Sarr. There's again space on that
โอ้โห
right
บิซูมา
if you can pick him out.
โอเคได้ฟาวล์
Effort from around 35 yards. I don't think it was ever troubling, and Alisson would have had it covered, but again, maybe just a case of Spurs being a little bit wasteful on the ball there.
I think a sign of confidence, though, in Sarr, to be fair to him. He obviously takes the ball on there, and it's really good. It's a strike at goal, isn't it? I won't say it's a really good effort, but it's an effort that even if it's on target, Alisson is going to comfortably save, you'd imagine. And obviously for Sarr, he's a player who, so Udogie commits a foul and goes into the referee's notebook here as well, a foul on Gakpo, and this is a bit of a concern, obviously, as well. Tottenham there, they don't want to play the game.
มาอีกแล้วไม่ผ่านทดเวลา6นาทีนะครับเพื่อนๆครึ่งหลังครึ่งแรก
little bit on the ball. He's actually his follow through that catches him, and the left back goes for it. I think he had another player who had a really tough game with the derby last weekend, Udogie, and he's had his shaky moments so far, but he is up against Mohamed Salah. We do need to keep him in mind, who is fantastic. Of course, Liverpool take the free kick.
Yeah, just found himself.
ตากับบิซูม่านี่คือมันเข้าขากันมากอะ
In towards the corner. In truth, it was towards Luis Diaz, but it's dealt with by Pedro Porro. He's headed out for a throw-in on Liverpool's left-hand side.
โดนเล่นน่ากลัวด้วยแหละเพื่อน
He's going to a crossfield ball to Szoboszlai.
อ้าวใครโดนใบเหลืองอีกแล้วอ่ะ
Same position really. The Hungarian fires one in towards Van Dijk at the back post.
อูดูกี้เหรอโดนใบเหลืองเลย
He gets a strike away, and it's an equalising goal from Cody Gakpo. That was something from nothing. It was a fine header across the face of goal by Van Dijk. Cody Gakpo has gone down in celebration, but it is Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. It's the 10
มิลานมาแล้วเหรอพี่
fought back, and this one you would suspect will count.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I mean, the ball was in. Van Dijk looks blatantly onside. Heads a really good ball across the face of goal. The Dutchman.
เอาเหอะถ้าลิเวอร์พูลตีเสมอมาก็งานเข้าละสเปอร์เอาได้ลูกฟรีคิกเว้ย
And Gakpo, after scoring, has gone down in a heap. He looks in so much pain right now.
สมอสไลด์เปิด
which is only 90 seconds away.
ยัดยังได้อยู่โอเคได้ทุ่มเว้ย
And it's Van Dijk who peels away, definitely onside. Van Dijk, no question about that. Heads it across, it eventually comes to Gakpo.
แม็กอลิสเตอร์ออกไปทางขวาสมอสไลด์สมอสไลด์เปิดฟันได้มงเอ้าโทนี่กักโปยิงเอ้าเฮียเรียบร้อยเฮียลิเวอร์พูลมาครับโอ้โหลิเวอร์พูลตีเสมอได้
they can get level into half time, then massive bonus.
Yeah, well, you wonder if maybe Van der Ven's just obstructing the view of Vicario, and that's possibly why he's not able to save it. There's actually a couple of bodies on the line, so Gakpo in truth has done well not to hit a player on the way, because there's 3 in front of him and then the goalkeeper as well. There's plenty of power in the strike. It was hit from, I'd say, around
10 คนน่ะเพื่อน
plenty of venom on it. He is back to his feet, the goal scorer. So we do hope he's okay. Gets his second Premier League goal.
อ๋อบรรลัยแล้วไงพะโล้แล้วไงสเปอร์
on the touchline there. So I think he's going to be all right. Play is back underway. It's
บุกเพลินไปหน่อย
We've reached the 50th minute mark, so we've got around 1 minute remaining. Depends if Simon Hooper wants to add on a few extra. Of course, the goal was just scored. That took a while to get back underway.
โอ้กักโบ
just inside Liverpool's half, plays it left towards Udogie. There's space for Richarlison on the left hand side. Liverpool players come across. He tries a ball through.
บรรลัยแล้วงานเข้าแล้วลิเวอร์พูลตีเสมอได้วะมาว่ะเพื่อนๆโอ้โหแล้วยิงสวยด้วยพลิกสวยจัดพูดตรงๆเลย
He does find him. He's on the corner of the box, hits the byline, left-footed. Can he get across it? Gives it back to Romero in the edge of the box, gets a strike away. It's blocked by Liverpool. Luis Diaz can come away with it now towards Mohamed Salah as a challenge comes across from Van der Ven. It's a decent one.
โอ้กักโปเจ็บปะเนี่ย
He's got his back
โอ้
to
กักโป
goal.
พลิกสวยจัดแล้วก็นี่ได้
His pass is poor inside towards Son, and Liverpool regain possession now. We have played the 6 added on, so all eyes on the referee for the half-time whistle. Liverpool's counter-attack was somewhat spurned as the Spurs players came back in sheer numbers, really, as Robertson picks it up on the left-hand side, gives it towards Mohamed Salah, who's shifted across from right into the centre spot, and then now he's on the left, seemingly, as Van Dijk looks for options. He's only going to go as far as Alisson, though. He gives it to Matip. Pressure from Richarlison and
มันแล้วล่ะผมว่าวันนี้มันแน่ไม่ต้องห่วงหรอกเพื่อน
soon, though, because there's plenty of white around him. He shifts it left and a lovely ball towards Mohamed Salah, who's in behind Pedro Porro. He squares him up one-on-one. He's got Robertson in support, but he goes towards Luis Diaz. Gets a shot on goal. It was inches away. It was a foot bigger.
โอ้โหโรเมโรยิงติดบล็อกอีก
It was a lovely ball. It was lovely playing
ซาร่า
Liverpool.
สวนได้ไหมซาร่าได้บอลเว้ย
From the former was brilliant. And it was almost
เอ้าซาร่าโดนแย่ง
against Chelsea early this
เอ้า
season.
จ่ายไม่ดีครับบอลเข้าสบัสสลายที่กักโปเหมือนจะเจ็บนะแต่ต้องฝืนให้มันจบอะเพราะมันครบแล้วอะโอ้โห
really should have scored that, Diaz. What a chance, and that is half time. And an entertaining first half of football. Spurs won a 10-man.
แต่ลิเวอร์พูลบอกว่าเอาจบครึ่งนี้นี่เอาไปก่อนอะซาร่าได้บอลอยู่ซาร่าโอ้โหลูดิอาร์ตโอ้โหแทบปินไม่โดนน่ะเพื่อนๆโอ้โหเกือบแซงลิเวอร์พูลอ่ะโอ้10 คนนะครับเพื่อนๆมีอาป่วนบ้างล่ะสเปอร์อ่ะเนี่ยกักโปโอ้โหเข้าฮอตได้ไม่ดีเสียดายเลยครับเพื่อนๆมันมากครับเพื่อนๆก็สเปอร์นะครับยิงนำก่อนโดยซอนนะครับนาทีที่36แล้วก็ลิเวอร์พูลมาตีเสมอนาทีที่45+5นะครับทำให้จบครึ่งแรกนะครับสเปอร์นะครับเสมอกับลิเวอร์พูล1-1
on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR, then changed his mind and gave a red. Heung-min Son put Spurs in front, but Cody Gakpo equalised for the Reds right on the stroke of half-time. Half-time score, Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Half-time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in this Premier League encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. Half-time score, Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man, Liverpool 1. Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a straight red card, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR, then changed his mind.
เดี๋ยวเรามาดูสถิตินะครับเพื่อนๆหลังเกมนะเรามาดูสถิติหลังเกมกันก็สถิตินะครับอัตราการครองบอลนะสเปอร์57ลิเวอร์พูล43โอกาสยิงนะครับสเปอร์9ลิเวอร์พูล10 9 ครั้งของสเปอร์นะครับเข้ากรอบไป4หลุดกรอบไป2แล้วก็โดนบล็อกอีก3ส่วนลิเวอร์พูลนะครับ10 ครั้งเข้ากรอบ3หลุดกรอบไป4แล้วก็โดนบล็อกอีก3นะครับอัตราการผ่านบอลนะสเปอร์328 ครั้งผ่านบอลสำเร็จ293 ครั้ง 89% นะครับในการผ่านบอลสำเร็จส่วนลิเวอร์พูลนะครับเหลือ10 คนนะผ่านบอลไปทั้งหมด233 ครั้งผ่านบอลสำเร็จ195 ครั้งนะครับ85%นะครับในการผ่านบอลสำเร็จโอ้แต่ผมยอมรับลิเวอร์พูลแม่งความสามารถผู้เล่นนี่แม่งสุดยอดเลยอะขนาดโจนโดนใบแดงนะครับเพื่อนๆนาทีที่26แต่ลิเวอร์พูลมีโอกาสจะแซงด้วยนะเพื่อนๆเมื่อกี้โอ้โหตอนที่หลุยส์ดิอาร์ตเข้าฮอตอ่ะโอ้โหดีมันโดนปลายเท้านิดเดียวเองถ้าโดนเต็มตีนนะมึงมีเวอร์มากอะสเปอร์เนี่ยครับเพื่อนๆลิเวอร์พูลเหลือ10 คนนะเดี๋ยวดูครึ่งหลังนะครับว่าต้องไอ้นี่ใครมาก็ลิเวอร์พูลก็ยังไม่เปลี่ยนใครด้วยนะครับเหลือ10 คนก็ใช้ผู้เล่นชุดเดิมเลยแต่อยู่ที่ว่าครึ่งหลังจะเอาใครลงวะมีเทนต์อย่างเงี้ยครับมีคาเลเฮอร์เดียโกโชตาดาวินนูนเยสทำฮาวินเลียดแล้วก็มีเลอันกาเฟนเบิร์กนะครับเบอร์38มีโกนาเต้อีกแล้วก็สมีการ์ดอีกส่วนสเปอร์นะครับตัวที่เด่นๆนะมีสคริปฮอยเบียแล้วก็ผมไม่รู้จักแล้วอะผมไม่รู้จักจริงๆผมยอมรับโหแต่ตัวเจ็บเยอะเหมือนเนี่ยสเปอร์เนี่ยก็ทำให้ครึ่งแรกนะครับเสมอกันอย่างสุดมันแม้กระทั่งลิเวอร์พูลเหลือ10 คนแต่ก็สุดยอดต้านไม่ได้ไม่โอ้มันสุดยอดจริงๆเราก็ต้องยอมรับ
Half time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in this Premier League encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. Half time score Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1. Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a
ก็นี่ครับเป็นจังหวะนี้นะที่โดนใบแดงไล่ออกนะครับโจนแต่จริงๆนะลิเวอร์พูลมันก็สุดยอดจริงๆนะเพื่อนๆสุดยอดแม่งเหลือ10 คนแล้วแม่งแบบพี่ว่าครึ่งหลังจะเป็นยังไงเนี่ย พี่ว่าครึ่งหลังมันจะเป็นยังไงอ่ะเนี่ยครับกักโปยิงเข้าแล้วก็เจ็บเลยนะสุดยอดเพื่อนๆยอมรับลิเวอร์พูลโหเล่นดีนะไม่ใช่ว่าเสียเปรียบเลยนะเพื่อนๆเล่นดีจริงๆเนี่ยโอกาสนาทีที่12เนี่ยครับที่คักโปพลิกไปยิงแล้วก็แอนดูโรบสันนะยิงซ้ำเข้าไปนะเป็นประตูวิคาริโอนะเซฟไปได้ แต่พูดถึงก็จริงนะไอกราฟิกที่ลูกที่ดีอาร์ตแบบนั่นน่ะดิผมว่าครึ่งหลังแม่งคงจะสนุกน่าดูอ่ะพี่เพื่อนๆมินิซันแม่งเล่นดีจริงยอมรับแม่งเจ๋งจริงมินิซันอ่ะโหแม่งจ่ายบอลลูกที่นำขึ้นนำ1-0นะให้ไอริชาร์ลิซอนอ่ะเพื่อนๆเนี่ยแต่ลูกนี้ก็น่าเข้าริชาร์ลิซอนยิงชนเสาอีกโอ้โหน่าเข้าครับเพื่อนๆแต่มันก็ไม่เข้าไง
Half time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in this Premier League encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. Half time score Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1. Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a straight red card, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR.
นี่ครับประตูตีเสมอโกนี่กักโปพลิกโอ้โหแล้วบอลเล่เต็มเลยอ่ะสวยจัด
Half time score Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Half time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in this Premier League encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. Half time score Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1. Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a straight red card, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR.
เนี่ยแต่ลูกเนี้ย52เนี่ยนาทีที่52ถ้าดีอาร์ตเข้าฮอตดีๆนะหายเลยอ่ะเพื่อนๆ
Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Half time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in this Premier League encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. Half time score Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1. Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a straight red card, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR, then changed his mind and gave a red. Heung-min Son put Spurs in front, but Cody Gakpo equalised for the Reds right on the stroke of half time. Half time score Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Half time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in this Premier League
พี่เห็นอย่างไรบ้างครับเพื่อนๆพิมพ์คอมเมนต์พิมพ์แชทมาคุยกับผมหน่อยครับว่าครึ่งหลังลิเวอร์พูลจะต้องแก้เกมอย่างไรหรือว่าต้องเปลี่ยนดาวิด นูเยสหรือเดียโก้โชต้าลงมาไหมจะลงมาแทนใครอะครับถ้ากักโปเจ็บก็ต้องเป็นดาวิด นูเยสหรือเดียโก้โชต้าเพราะต้องการจะมาสวนกลับเพราะสเปอร์บุกอยู่แล้วแต่ถ้าได้ดาวิด นูเยสมาอีกคนหนึ่งก็โอเคอะผมไม่รู้ว่าดาวิด นูเยสกับเดียโก้โชต้าไหนดีกว่ากันเห็นนี่แม่งลอยทะเลไปแล้วมั้งอย่าลืมนะเพื่อนๆเข้ามาแล้วฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามนะครับแล้วก็ใครจะซัพพอร์ตนะครับเลขบัญชีนะครับที่พี่ๆเห็นอยู่ด้านล่างนะครับอยู่ด้านล่างนะฝากเป็นซับหน่อยนะครับซับแล้วก็ฝากเป็นท่อน้ำเลี้ยงนะครับส่งไปมาหาผมนะครับผมจะได้มีแรงในการทำงานต่อไปนะครับเพื่อนๆรบกวนด้วยครับรบกวนด้วยก็ขอบคุณล่วงหน้าเลยนะพี่ๆท่านใดที่สนับสนุนผมมานะครับจะโดยทางตรงหรือทางอ้อมนะครับทางอ้อมก็คือการซัพพอร์ตการกดติดตามหรือว่าการกดถูกใจนะครับหรือว่าโดยตรงเลยก็คือโอนเงินเข้าบัญชีมาขอบพระคุณล่วงหน้าเลยนะครับหรือว่าจะมีฟิวเจอร์ซูเปอร์แท็กได้ซูเปอร์แตงแล้วก็ซูเปอร์แชทได้นะครับพี่
Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a straight red card, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR, then changed his mind and gave a red. Heung-min Son put Spurs in front, but Cody Gakpo equalised for the Reds right on the stroke of half time. Half time score Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Half-time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in this Premier League encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. Half-time score, Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1. Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a straight red card, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR, then changed his mind and gave a red. Heung-min Son put Spurs in front, but Cody Gakpo equalised for the Reds right on the stroke of half-time. Half-time score, Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Half-time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in this Premier League encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. Half-time score, Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1. Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a straight red card, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR, then changed his mind and gave a red. Heung-min Son put Spurs in front, but Cody Gakpo equalised for the Reds right on the stroke of half-time. Half-time score, Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Half-time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in this Premier League encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. Half-time score, Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1. Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a straight red card, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR, then changed his mind and gave a red. Heung-min Son put Spurs in front, Cody Gakpo equalised for the Reds right on the stroke of half-time. Half-time score, Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Half-time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in this Premier League encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. Half-time score, Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1. Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a straight red card, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR, then changed his mind and gave a red. Heung-min Son put Spurs in front, but Cody Gakpo equalised for the Reds right on the stroke of half-time. Half-time score, Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Half-time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in this Premier League encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. Half-time score, Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1. Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a straight red card, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR, then changed his mind and gave a red. Heung-min Son put Spurs in front.
เอาละครับมาแล้วเหมือนจะต้องเปลี่ยนตัวนะเหมือนเดียโก้โชต้านะครับจะลงมาแทน ที่เห็นเหมือนเดียโก้โชต้าวอร์มอยู่ในสนามนะครับเพื่อน
in this Premier League encounter between Tottenham Hotspur and Liverpool. Half-time score, Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1. Curtis Jones was sent off after 26 minutes for a straight red card, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma. Referee originally gave a yellow, looked at it on VAR, then changed his mind and gave a red. Heung-min Son put Spurs in front, but Cody Gakpo equalised for the Reds right on the stroke of half-time. Half-time score, Spurs 1, Liverpool 1.
มาแล้วเดียโก้โชต้านะครับคนนี้ก็โคตรจะต้องเจ็บอ่ะผมว่ามันเจ็บเองด้วยอ่ะผมว่าน่าจะหนักอ่ะถ้าเจ็บเองอ่ะเจ็บเองด้วย
by Tom Wilson, and we have just kicked off. I will give you confirmation of a half-time substitution. Diogo Jota has come on to replace the injured Cody Gakpo. Gakpo equalised for Liverpool right on the stroke of half-time, and then immediately was obviously subbed off pretty much immediately. Obviously, we have had the 15-minute interval, but Gakpo's the Dutchman's evening/afternoon is over. But Diogo Jota comes on. Diogo Jota, a player who did score against Tottenham for Liverpool a couple of years ago in a very entertaining 2-2 draw, a game which I actually covered a couple of years ago. And Diogo Jota, certainly a player who is capable of coming on and causing problems. All of his 3 goals this season, Jota, though, have came at Anfield, so he'll have to break his away duck in order to get on the score sheet in this game. And well, I've just seen the replay back of Luis Diaz's goal that was ruled out in the first half, and they're still not showing us any lines, which I don't understand, because that should be the point. And it looks onside more every single time I see it. I just can't understand, Tom, and it doesn't matter in the end, though. The game is 1-1, but even so, I mean, a little bit confusing, really, from in the case of VAR there.
Yeah, definitely. I thought at the time, I thought it was onside, and then, you know, we saw the replays, and there was definitely question marks of it was tight. It does, again, I agree with you. The more I see it, the more I think it was onside. So that's surprising. That's been and gone. We're into the second half now, and you just wonder sort of how both teams are going to approach this. Obviously, Spurs, you would fancy would go on and be favourites to win this game, but of course Liverpool came back, they equalised, and they've, like you say, they've not looked like they've gone down to 10 men. They look the same. They're organised. They're set up really well. There's gaps, there's spaces as Spurs try and to find them now.
They do. As Saul whips one in, good
ไป
defending. Virgil van Dijk's been fantastic.
ดูดิครับลิเวอร์พูลอ่ะเหลือ10 คนแล้วก็ยังแบบสู้แบบขาดใจอ่ะเพื่อน
Arrived at Liverpool and he's been very good in this game so far. So to run you through the events of the first half, if you are just joining us, a red card for Curtis Jones after 26 minutes, a poor challenge on Yves Bissouma, earning him a straight red, and Heung-min Son put Spurs in front with his first goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium since April, and then an equaliser right on the stroke of half-time by Cody Gakpo, who has since been replaced due to injury in place of Jota. As is Son on the edge of the area. Son gets a shot away. Good block though from Virgil van Dijk, and now Liverpool can maybe break. Szoboszlai works one out to the left to Diaz. He missed a golden chance at the end of the first half, and he misses a golden chance to Freddie. Dangerous ball through there. One back to Kulusevski.
ต้องดูสเปอร์เนี่ยครับเพื่อนๆว่าสเปอร์จะโอ้โหช้าเอาละคูรูคืนสาเปิดโอ้โหเปิดไม่ขึ้นอีกฟันได้
And in the end, he can't clear. Richarlison with a shot that hits Maddison, and Spurs eventually work it out to Kulusevski. A bit of a scrappy piece of play. This is Romero now burst forward. Kulusevski goes back to Pedro Porro. Bissouma, Maddison. A real chance to slide Son in a moment ago, and he wasted it. Romero though back to Maddison. Maddison with a shot on the edge of the area.
โอ้ลิชาริซอนไป
From Alisson Becker. That is a strong hand to tip it wide,
ติดบล็อก
and that is a big save right at the start of the second half. We're going to see the replay now. Maddison's effort, that's a fantastic save. That is going right into the corner. Maddison had a simple shot in the first half which lacked power. That was not the case with that one. Alisson Becker, what a save.
Yeah, well, the one in the first half, Becker was able to just catch it and bring it down with both hands. Absolutely no chance he was going to do it this time.
McAllister.
It's a similar area, but this time there's way
เอา
more power. I asked
ครับ
you
บิด
first half after that strike.
โอ้โถเร่งรีบไปหน่อย เอายิงเอาติดพวกกันเองครับคูรูไปต่อโรเมโลนี่มันเป็นเซนเตอร์หรือเป็นกองหน้าเนี่ยโรเมโลฮะวิซูมาเจมินิสันโรเมโลมาอีกแล้วเอาสวยแมนนิสันเข้าซ้ายปั่นโอ้โหอลิซอนเบเกอร์เซฟเฉยเลยโอ้โหนึกว่าเข้าแล้วอ่ะนี่ครับเพื่อนๆแมกนิสันโอ้โหเชี่ยมันพุ่งเซฟได้ไงวะซุปเปอร์เซฟเลยอ่ะ
It's going to be Maddison to whip it in. It's not his best though. Joel Matip does well defensively, and then Diaz can head it away. Only as far as Pedro Porro heads it down. Oh, and in the end, it's well.
โอ้โหพี่หมีเรานะครับพี่หมีอลิซอนเบเกอร์หรือว่าอลิซอนเบเกอร์
into the area. This is danger. Pedro Porro goes back to Saar into Kulusevski in a tight space. He can't play it back though. Gomez does well. He plays it back to
เอาไว้ได้ฟาวอีกแล้วครับสเปอร์
piece of play at the moment, but Jota gets a slice of luck. Given away from Szoboszlai. Well stepped in by Pedro Porro. Here's Romero. Finds Maddison. This could be dangerous for Liverpool. Maddison plays it through to Son. It's going to come to Son eventually. Son with a shot, and Alisson makes another brilliant save. I'm not sure if the flag's gone up or not, but that is a brilliant save from Alisson. How on earth has he tipped that one over the bar? The volley from Son is fantastic. Down on his chest on the volley, and it's a bit central to be honest, but even so, Alisson, two big saves at the start of the second half, and it's still 1-1.
Yeah, he hit that so sweet, Son. He caught it, and I thought, this is going over.
ลิเวอร์พูลจะสวน
The way his body was set up, I thought that there's no chance. On target, well saved, corner.
And it's a header that comes, it's over the crossbar. That's surely going to be another corner. It is. The final touch came off Virgil van Dijk over his own crossbar. Spurs are putting the pressure on Liverpool right now. 51.5 minutes played. Tottenham 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1. Maddison goes short this time to Bissouma on the edge of the area. Back to Maddison again. Maddison whips one in. Really good ball, good defending from Van Dijk. Richarlison was poised just behind him. And it's good play from Udogi to find
เอาซอนมินยิงโอ้เซฟอีกแล้วเฮ้ยอีซอนเบเกอร์มึงเซฟได้ยังไงอ่ะ
this is a little bit of
มันยอดเยี่ยมจริง
like what we expected to see in the first half when it went down to 10 men. It's taken them a while, Spurs, but Liverpool now win a free kick though. Chance to get a little bit of respite here, but
My God อะไรวะ
try and weather the storm. They're not, in unfamiliar territory as I mentioned there, Liverpool. They obviously came from 1-0 down to
พี่หมีทำไมพี่หมีเหนียวขนาดนี้
holding Spurs, but Alisson Becker is a big reason for that right now.
Yeah, you'd imagine Postecoglou would have had some strong words at half time. Down to 10 men.
สเปอร์ก็บุกใหญ่ละเพื่อนๆบุกเอาเลยล่ะ
Should be dominating the chances. Liverpool, they're a great team, and 10 men or not, they're still going to be in the game. Spurs are never going to walk over them, but Postecoglou wouldn't have been happy that they equalised at the end of the first half. They should have come in to half time with the lead, and they've come out the second half like
เรียวสเปอร์แม่งบุกเป็นพายุเลยว่ะเพื่อน
Gomez can play one through. Good defending from Romero. The Argentine stepped across well. Out of nothing there, Liverpool were on the break. It all started with a brilliant ball from Virgil van Dijk to Joe Gomez, and in the end, Gomez is going to be the one to take the throne. I think Gomez had a fantastic game at right back so far. He did well on that occasion, but good defending from Romero. And that may be where Liverpool did miss the quality of Trent Alexander-Arnold in that forward area. Gomez doesn't quite bring that to the team, but he's certainly defensively has done a very good job in this game. It's ball forward from Van Dijk towards Gomez. He heads it down to Jota. Jota takes it forward. In the end, that's going to be back off Jota and out for a throw in.
เหนียวชิบหายเลยเพื่อนในซอนเบเกอร์ไม่ได้ช่วยนะลิเวอร์พูลแม่งโดนไป 2-3 ลูกแล้วเนี่ย53 นาทีผ่านไปนะครับยังเหมือนเดิมนะเสมอ 1-1 เอาลิเวอร์พูลเนี่ยครับรอจังหวะแบบนี้อยู่ลิเวอร์พูลเนี่ยสวยโกเมสโอ้โหเปิดติดน่าเสียดายจริงๆเลย
working on thin ice, as you mentioned. He did get a red card earlier this season that was rescinded, of course. But yeah, no, well within your rights to question the referee there and see if he was going to bring out the second yellow. Here come Spurs.
Richarlison on the overlap to Udogie. McAllister comes across, does very well on that occasion though. McAllister, and the Argentine is bringing the ball forward. He's under a bit of pressure. Can he win his side a free kick or anything? He's done well, really. He's kept the ball, and Jota finds Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai over to Salah. Good defending from Van de Ven. And Bissouma's got to be careful. Jota does really well there, Jota, and he's fouled by Bissouma. And that's excellent play. And surely Bissouma's got to go in the referee's notebook. And he's not gone into the referee's notebook. And then the referee, Liverpool, goes to take it quickly. And the referee says the ball was already moving. And it's pulled back. One thing I will say is Liverpool haven't had anything given to them in this game, have they? A goal ruled out. Obviously, the bit of question for offside from Tottenham as well. However, despite the circumstances, maybe been against them at time, the Reds, they're still level in the game.
Yeah, they're still massively in this game. The second half's not been the best start for them. Spurs have started the brighter, been a little bit quicker, had more possession, as you'd expect with the extra man. But they're certainly not out of this game. Jota, again, he did really well to hold the ball up there. He's really strong, low centre of gravity, did well to hold off the challenge of Bissouma as Sarr goes down there just on the edge of the Liverpool box. But yeah, as you mentioned, Nunes still to come off the bench as well, so definitely in the game still.
Absolutely. Alisson kicks one forward. That's going to be well dealt with by Romero. Oh, brilliant turn from Pedro Porro there away from Robertson as well. And he then plays one out to the left to Richarlison. Control from him. Richarlison finds Bissouma. Bissouma, long way from goal. He's looking to go out to the right-hand side. He goes back instead, though, to Sarr. Spurs trying to play their way through at the moment, maybe. Sarr works it out to the right. It's Pedro Porro with a chance to cross, and Virgil van Dijk is there to clear. But when you're down to 10 men, you need your centre-backs to be at their best. And Liverpool, to be fair to them in this game, Matip and Van Dijk have been fantastic at times. As Romero now has the ball. He finds Maddison.
แต่เล่นดีจริงๆนะเพื่อนๆบิซูมากับไอ้ซาเล่นบิ๊กฟิลด์สเปอร์โหเนียนกิฟเลยอะ
Maddison with a chance to maybe get a cross in. He goes instead to Kulusevski on the right. Diaz is there with him. It's going to be Pedro Porro's cross one in. Not a bad ball to the back. Alisson gets there. Not enough on it. And Alisson, comes and claims it. Alisson with a ball forward to Mohamed Salah. That's very quick thinking from the Brazilian. And Salah away against Romero. He takes it to the right-hand side. He's still got a lot to do. Romero does really well and only concedes a throw. And he's actually falling over there.
Bissouma ขวาโล่งไหมเอาไม่คืนไปที่ซา
great position.
Yeah, it's a great ball from Alisson.
เนี่ยเพื่อน
criticized him in the first half. He gave the ball away 2 or 3 times from the edge of his own box.
โอ้โหเปิดติดอีก
This occasion, it was fired out of his hands across field straight to.
โอ้บิ๊กฟิลคู่นี้นี่แม่งเข้าขากันสุดๆเลยทั้งซาทั้งบิซูมาเนี่ยซามันเป็นคนทีมชาติเลยวะอ๋อเซเนกัลบิซูมามันมาลีคูลูเซฟกี้ลิชามาอีกแล้วซาร่าไปแล้วโอ้โหโรเมโลสุดยอดโรเมโลเนี่ย
Yeah, they got back really well there. Liverpool, they did just enough. It was Andy Robertson really coming across to prevent the counter attack coming to anything. Here come Liverpool though.
Oh, Diaz with a poor ball though. He had options. Jota and Salah were ahead of him, and Diaz, the Colombian, never quite got his pass right. It was an overhit ball from the Colombian, and it went through to the goalkeeper Vicario. Well, Luis Diaz was the man sacrificed when Liverpool went down to 10 men against Newcastle earlier on in the season, and he stayed on.
ไม่นี่สั้นซอนทมินหลุดแล้วซอนไปซอนโอดูกี้โอ้โหเอาสายิงโอ้โหติดอลิซอนเบเกอร์
And Maddison has got options. He plays it through. It's Richarlison. Son's there too. He finds Son, and it will be tapped in. It's a flag gone up though. Well, I'm not sure. Son doesn't seem to be. The flag has gone up. Son didn't seem to be celebrating, but of course we will have a look at VAR. But similar to the first half goal, that wasn't it? Where ball through from Maddison. It's Richarlison who cuts it back, and in the end, this one though has been ruled out for offside.
Yeah, I'm going to criticise McAllister here. He just doesn't do enough. He's not a defensive centre midfielder, but Maddison is great on the turn. He gets himself into some great areas. He didn't really have to do much there, Maddison. He picked the ball up. He slowly turned round. He came away from.
เอายิงเฮ้ยเรียบร้อยซอนมินเอาลงธงขึ้นเหรอโอ้โหล้ำครับล้ำเยอะล้ำเยอะ
tackle, wasn't it? Like a tackled cross by Udogie. He got forward really well. Just got a stab at it, and he's won himself a corner.
Maddison will take it. Dangerous one. It's going to be flicked on. It's Heung-min Son in the area. He goes back to Kulusevski.
นี่สั้นมาอีกแล้ว
Basuma with an effort block from Jota. Kulusevski into Son. Son was always offside there. He has to let the ball go out for a goal kick, but
บุกชิบหายเลย
but the longer it stays 1-1, you'd imagine Liverpool will take it.
ลิเวอร์พูลมันเหลือ10คนนะเพื่อนๆมันก็เหนื่อยอ่ะหรือว่าสเปอร์จะกดได้มากขนาดไหนฮะ
Even a point, I think at this stage they'd probably be happy with that. Down to 10 men for the majority of the game. A point would be a great result. โอดูกี้เปิดเข้าไปข้างในโอ้โหใครมาสกัดวะมาติปเหรอ Alisson's played exceptionally well in this second half especially. So both sides I think can take some positives. Spurs have got half an hour to just try and make this pressure count and try and make this man advantage count, and then Liverpool on the other hand they'll be happy with a point, you would imagine, but as you say, the longer in the game, the more chance they've got of just nicking one.
Absolutely. Romero now has the ball. Can he bring it forward? He finds Kulusevski in space. Not been.
คูรูเข้าซ้ายแล้วยิงโอ้โหวิซูมายิงก็ไม่ได้เอายังได้อยู่
Goes back to Romero.
โอ้โห
He finds Saru goes all the way back to his goalkeeper Vicario. I think Vicario will still be disappointed with the manner of the first goal. Really, I think that wasn't very.
สเปอร์มีโอกาสชนะแล้วนะครับเพื่อน
He's not had anything to do yet in the second half. Vicario, as the ball's worked out to the left-hand side. Maddison can play one. It's well headed away though by Matic. The ball just keeps coming back at Liverpool though, and Basuma takes it forward, gets the ball back as well. Basuma works it out to Kulusevski. Chance for him to cross. He does. It's a good ball in towards Richarlison, but Alisson with a good starting position comes and claims the ball. It looked like that ball was going to land directly on the head of Richarlison, but his fellow countryman Alisson came out really and got two hands on it and catches the ball. And you just got to say, aren't you, that the more the game stays 1-1. I mentioned this a moment ago. Liverpool will be happy with that, and surely there'll come a point when Liverpool do say we'll take a point in this game. But right now, Spurs just keep coming at them. Kulusevski with good play, good challenge from McAllister. Robertson finds Diaz, and Diaz now looking for options. He finds Robertson, he doesn't. It's actually a poor ball, but Szoboszlai back there, and now Van Dijk gets the ball back, and Alisson.
1 ชั่วโมงผ่านไปนะครับยังเหมือนเดิมนะ
And Richarlison can get there, and Richarlison brings it forward. He shrugs off Gomez. Richarlison plays one in, and Van Dijk is well positioned to clear, but can Liverpool keep surviving this sort of pressure?
Yeah, they're just biding their time. Liverpool, the pressure is coming. It's coming in. These runs forward from
โอ้โหไม่ถึง
under pressure on this occasion.
โอ้โหนี่ลิซอนเบเกอร์นี่ท็อปฟอร์มจริงๆนะเพื่อน
Again, Alisson, I've criticised him in this game. He's made some great saves, but
ฟอร์มของจริงว่ะ
up to his best, and he gave away possession of the ball there, similar to when Maddison nicked the ball last week against Arsenal. There's a challenge there on Maddison from Matip.
Yeah, Joel Matip coming through the back of Maddison there. Quite poor really from Matip. He's had a fantastic game, the Cameroonian international, but on that occasion, just a little bit too eager to win the ball. Goes through the back of Maddison. 63.5 minutes played. You're listening to unofficial off-tube studio commentary. Samuel Wright, joined by Tom Wilson. It's Tottenham Hotspur 1, a 10-man Liverpool 1.
อ้าวลิทาริสันมาอีกแล้ว
That's a dangerous free kick for Spurs. What a start he's made to life at Tottenham. Maddison. He plays it quickly, and it's Son. This could be danger. In the end, they've had to work it wide. Spurs didn't maybe go according to plan. Maddison goes to whip one in this time, and Joel Matip, the man who gave away the free clears, and that's turned into a good pass. And Mohamed Salah's got a chance here, and Salah's going to take it down. Diaz is up there with him. He's up against Basuma. Basuma does really well. In fact, Basuma's done absolutely brilliantly on that occasion, but he might lose out, and he does to Salah, and that's a foul. Oh, I think that's very harsh. Basuma has got away with one. Salah goes into the referee's notebook for protesting. I think he's a lucky boy there, Basuma. He did fantastic originally to win it. Salah picks his pocket and wins it back. Basuma goes down, gets the free kick. I think he's a lucky boy.
Yeah, it's no foul for me. It's a great break. As you mentioned, it was a clearance that turned into a really good ball in towards Salah. Yeah, Basuma does really well at first. Does nick the ball, and then there's a little bit of a chase. He wins the ball again, Basuma. Gets his body in the way. I think he just slips a little bit, and I think it kind of looks like a foul from, you can see it from one perspective or another. It definitely isn't, and it's the linesman actually on that right hand side that flagged for it, and that's what led to the free kick being given. But yeah, he's got away with one, I think, Basuma.
Absolutely does. Kulusevski now on the right hand side. He's surrounded by two players, and his ball isn't the best, but he gets a second bite of the cherry. No, Robertson does really well. It's a corner for Spurs. Andy Robertson is furiously appealing at the referee. Liverpool
เอ้ยซาร่า
against them in this
โอ้
game.
ซาร่าฟาวอีกโอ้โหนิดเดียวอ้าวโดนเหลืองไปเลยครับโดนบ่นอ่ะ
Szoboszlai got the original touch. Robertson plays it. Oh, that's definitely a goal kick. Kulusevski's got the last touch there. Kulusevski has it now. Basuma. He finds Saar. Spurs' pressure continuing though, as Maddison on the right. This is a chance to cross. It's a good ball. That's brilliant defending from Matip, because that could have gone anywhere, and it's another corner. He gets a high five from his goalkeeper, Alisson Becker. That's a great header from Matip, because that sort of header can easily go towards your own goal, but he gets it up and away. And another corner's going to come. Can Liverpool survive what seems to be relentless Tottenham pressure at the moment? 65.5 minutes played. It's going to be Maddison with an outswing. That's a really poor one from Maddison standards, though. That is poor, and Robertson can clear it away. Kulusevski does find Maddison, who get another go at it. Maddison's got Kulusevski on the overlap. He plays it in to the edge of the area. Udogie cuts it back to Son. It's a poor ball.
เปิดแบงบุกชิบหายเลยนะเพื่อน
Diaz now, and he finds Szoboszlai. Liverpool got options forward. Salah with a touch. This is danger for Spurs. Salah, brilliant piece of defending though there from Pedro Porro. That is fantastic from the number 23. And Heung-min Son seems to be holding his leg there, Son. Maybe Son's pulled up with an injury. Not too
เอ้า
sure.
มีพื้นที่มีเวลาเปิดโอ้โหเอาไว้ได้ลูกเตะมุมอีก บุกอีก
Yeah, just going back to where that counter-attack came from was the Spurs corner, and I'm just thinking James Maddison's deliveries from set pieces in particular today has just not been good enough. I know there's question marks over his fitness and whether that's playing a part. I'm not too sure, but they've had a few corners and free kicks in this game, and I don't think any of them have been successful. I don't think he's found anyone's head with any of them. He's had 7 bites at the cherry. He's been seven corners for the whole team, and all the deliveries have been poor in my opinion. Here comes Joe Matip stepping out really nicely.
Yeah, Matip, he did too much in the end though. He's giving it away to Romero. Well, Matip does
โอ้โหย้อนไปหน่อย
actually wins the ball back and does really well, and Robertson now, this could be a chance. He plays one for us, a poor ball actually. Udogie will get there, his fellow left back. He runs away now, and is he fouled from Jota? He is fouled from Jota, and that's going to be a yellow card for the Portuguese. I mean, Jota's impact in this game has been pretty much non-existent. In fairness to him, he is playing with a team with 10 men, but you'd like to see more impact from your number 9 coming onto the field, and that's not been the case for Diogo Jota, and he goes into the
ของบาเยิร์นนะครับตีเสมอไลซิกได้นะครับ 2-2 เคนยิงอีกแล้วครับเพื่อนๆยิงจุดโทษ
And having a look at the replay, you know, I'm just going to see if there's any contact here. I'm not entirely sure.
เคนนี่แม่งของจริงๆนะเพื่อนๆนะอยู่ที่ไหนมันก็เก่ง
It's not cynical. He's not done it to stop a counter attack. He's just retreating. And it's the
ตอนนี้หัวเป็นดาวซันโวได้มั้งครับแฮร์รี่เคนอ่ะ อ๋อไม่ใช่เว้ย
Obviously, when you're going at pace and there's any amount of contact, you're going to go down there.
Well, Heung-min Son's evening is over. I did say the South Korean might be struggling with an injury. He's going to be replaced by Manor Solomon. That's not only an issue for Spurs right now, that is an issue for Spurs going forward as well. Losing their main man, it's got to be said on Ange Postecoglou's face. It's a little bit of a picture, it's fair to say, on our screens. He does not look too impressed at all.
โดนเหลืออีกคนแล้วครับโชต้า
With Kulusevski on the right-hand side. Losing Heung-min Son is going to be a big blow as Joe Gomez heads it away. Szoboszlai can clear. Now here's Diogo Jota. And Jota got Gomez on the overlap. Jota's got no one to go back to now, though he's got to be careful, Jota. He loses that. He fouls his man. Diogo Jota's in big trouble here. This could be a second yellow. And is it? Oh, and Diogo Jota is going to go. And Liverpool are down to 9 men at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 2 bookable offences in a matter of moments for Diogo Jota. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Liverpool 1, but
เฮ้ยมีใครโดนใบแดง
2-man advantage. Liverpool's task got even harder.
Wow, I mean, you were just saying he needs to be careful, and in a split second after that, he makes a ridiculous challenge that he's never going to win.
เฮ้ยเหมือนมีใครโดนใบแดงอ่ะเพื่อน
He's 2-on-1. Udogie and Solomon are back there. He's miles away from the ball. He's never going to win it. Udogie's always going to get there first. Having a look at the replay, I'm not entirely sure there's that much contact. I'm just going to have another look here. He does come across. He does catch him. He's claiming his innocence, Diogo Jota. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say I don't think there's that much contact. I think it's a little bit of a dive from Udogie. It's really unfortunate because it's 2 yellow cards, and in truth, the first one he's not really.
โอ้เรียบร้อย
He's not meant to do it. The second one, yes, it's a poor challenge, but if he's not touched,
โอ้โหเรียบร้อยโดนใบแดงอีกคนแล้ว
really that just.
โอ้ย
Absolutely, and Spurs.
ลิเวอร์พูลเหลือ9 คน
Liverpool's task has got even harder. I'll hand over to Tom in a moment, but there's a ball in from Maddison deflected.
โอ้โหอะไรมันจะเคาะซ้ำกำซัดขนาดนั้นวะหน้าเพื่อน
Take us through to full time. 70 minutes played. Tottenham 1, a 9-man Liverpool 1.
Cheers, Sam. Yeah, the corner's. You must have heard me, James Maddison, because the corner's been taken short and quickly. It's towards Pedro Porro, back towards Yves Bissouma, and then to the corner taker James Maddison, shifting onto his right foot, trying to find room for a shot maybe, but he gives it back towards Pedro Porro.
ผมก็ฟาวจริงอ่ะเพื่อน
Salah's got a task on his hands now, trying to win the ball back, but Liverpool have won the ball back through a sloppy ball from Yves Bissouma. Pedro Porro comes across though to deal with the ball that tried to get Liverpool forward on the break. Klopp now has got a big task on his hands. He does appear to be preparing a substitute or 2. Trent Alexander-Arnold has stripped off, as has Darwin Núñez. Perhaps they were ready to come on before the second red card. I did question whether, of course, whether it was a second yellow and maybe VAR would get involved, but they must have been happy because, as I mentioned, play is back in the way. There's a throw-in on the right-hand side in towards the feet of Mohamed Salah. He does well to hold it up, gives it back towards Joe Gomez. He tries a ball down the line, but it's cut out by Solomon. And here comes Spurs now on the breakthrough. Yves Bissouma. It's a ball towards the right-hand side in Pedro Porro. There's room here for Kulusevski, and he finds the
ๆลิเวอร์พูลเหลือ9 คนครับเพื่อนๆอะไรวะ
towards Pedro Porro on the halfway line now is Bissouma. He gives it left towards Van der Ven. I think there's just a sense now that Spurs are just going to keep this ball and look for the gaps. They don't want to rush anything or take too many risks as the ball finds Solomon on the left-hand side. He comes back towards Udogie, inside towards Bissouma. further right now. Sarr finds a little bit of room and gives it to Kulusevski under pressure from Luis Diaz. He tries to find room in that left foot. He instead finds Bissouma on the edge of the box. It's left again now. Udogie. Solomon inside the box, just on the corner, gives it back towards Madison. Can he get room for a shot? No, he goes inside towards Bissouma, keeping the ball nicely here. Spurs, no real pressure on the back line of Liverpool though, just yet as Romero picks it up.
แก้ยังไงดีอ่ะเพื่อนๆหรือว่าต้องยันเสมอให้ก่อนอ่ะโอ้โหมันโดนใบเหลืองใบแดงไป2คนอ่ะเพื่อนๆกูกดให้ยับเลยอ่ะเพื่อนๆ
Gives it back to Solomon. Gomez and Salah are back there. James Madison again now, edge of the box, gets a shot away, blocked very quickly, and it's a header away by Joel Matip, who's fouled in the moment that he headed away. So it will be a free kick to Liverpool, just on the edge of their own box. We're just going to wait though, because it does appear that there are some substitutes being made. Looks to be 3 from what I can see. Endo, Konate, and Trent Alexander-Arnold will all be coming on. So quite defensive changes in truth. The men that are coming off. Joe Gomez, I assume that will be for Trent Alexander-Arnold, possibly a straight swap there. The other man is Luis Diaz. His night is done. He's had an interesting game, really. He's been replaced. Endo makes his way onto the field. He's got a bit of a shiner on that left eye. And the other man being replaced is Mohamed Salah. He is on a yellow card, so that seems like a very smart decision from Jurgen Klopp to not go down to 8 men. But with that being said, 73 minutes gone. It's still Spurs 1, Liverpool 1 as Konate enters the field. A triple change, and you'd expect maybe with these changes, Sam, that Jurgen Klopp's going to try his best just to shut the door.
I think that these changes do insinuate that Jurgen Klopp is happy with a draw in this game. He's saying right now, just take the point and run. I mean, Mohamed Salah and Luis Diaz coming off is a bit of a statement, really. Not bringing on Darwin Núñez, who in our pictures a minute ago was already stripped and ready to go. I think that really says a lot, and I think that people might say that's a bit negative from Klopp. However, he is
ไม่ไหวอ่ะเพื่อน
9 men. I mean, the circumstances of 9 men is not an easy challenge. 10 men's hard enough. 9 might feel near on impossible. The one thing Trent Alexander-Arnold does bring, if Liverpool do get a set piece, he can bring an awful lot of quality, and they do have the likes of Ibrahima Konate, Joel Matip and Virgil van Dijk still on the field, so that could be an advantage. But as far as the counter-attack goes, obviously Liverpool are a lot more limited. If Liverpool did win the game from here, it'd be one of the big Premier League stories, I think, winning a game with 9 men.
Especially against a side that have performed really well. We mentioned the narrative has been, of course, both these sides undefeated in the Premier League so far. At the minute, it seems like that'll continue for both sides. But obviously,
9 คนก็ไม่ไหวเด้อพี่น้อง
favourites now to go on and win this game, you'd imagine, as Trent Alexander-Arnold finds a little bit of room on that right-hand side, tries to get a cross in and actually wins a corner. So you just mentioned set pieces might be the way to go for Liverpool, and those 3 that you mentioned, all 3 centre-halves, Konate, Van Dijk and Matip, are up there. They're discussing something from the training ground, perhaps, as Van Dijk tries to get his team going. It will be Trent Alexander-Arnold to take it. It'll be an outswinger, and you imagine towards one of those big 3 up from the back. There's no one else besides Endo in there. Here comes the corner in towards Van Dijk. It was won by the Dutch centre-half. He's claiming a shirt pull. He's not going to get anything from the referee. The header, in truth, was nowhere near. It went over. It's gone out for a goal kick as we hit the 3-quarter mark. 75 minutes gone. Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. And just as you mentioned it, it was... in truth, it was a decent chance for Van Dijk from the set piece, so I was going to go to Sam, but Spurs are coming forward now through Solomon. He's shifted back now towards Udogie, inside towards Yves Bissouma. I was going to say all the men behind the ball in red
เอาไว้ลิเวอร์พูลสู้ๆโถเหลือ9 คนมันก็มีตีนเหมือนกันเราอย่าไปยอมแพ้เอาใจช่วยครับลิเวอร์พูลเอาใจช่วยมากๆเลยอ่ะโอ้โหสงสารเลยเห็นเหลือ9 คน10 คนยังพอเข้าใจได้9 คนชนะ11 คนนี่ไม่ต้องสืบเลยนะไม่ต้องพูดเลยนะ
Options not forcing anything just yet. Spurs, you'd imagine, and Postecoglou would want them to go forward as James Madison tries to do that now. He picks out Romero. There's room for Kulusevski, but he goes left instead towards Bissouma. Right now to Pedro Porro, tries to get a cross in. It's a deep one towards the back post. It's going to reach Solomon in the end. He's going to keep it in, but it's nowhere near goal. It's right in the corner now, and in fact the flag has gone up on this near side. It's offside. The run from Solomon was made too late, and it will be a free kick to Liverpool. And I know there's 14 minutes left, and this could change, but for me, since that second sending off, Spurs just don't look quick enough. They don't look creative enough. it's too easy, I think, for Liverpool at the minute. You know, they're not really facing any challenges. There was more pressure when there were 10 men on the pitch.
I think so. I think the problem obviously is, I think obviously people have criticised Newcastle United a few weeks ago against Liverpool for not knowing how to handle playing against 10 men. I guess when you are playing against 10 men, the whole game changes, and I do think that's obviously a problem. And I think Liverpool in this game, I think they are defending really well, but Spurs with that two-man advantage have got to make it count. And I agree with you. I don't think they've really done enough, really. And Ange Postecoglou not lost a home league game since November 2020. I don't think losing this one would be an absolute
เปอร์ก็ต้องเน้นหน่อยนะเพื่อนๆโหนำขนาดนี้แล้วอะต้องเน้นแล้ว
You've got a two-man advantage. There's still at least 15 minutes to go. It's a big moment for Spurs, but the one thing I'm worried about is that loss of Heung-min Son. I just think without him on the pitch, that front three doesn't really have the same quality.
Yeah, absolutely. You're relying on Maddison then to create chances. There could be a chance for Liverpool here because Shopshalai is in behind. It's good defensive work though from Bissouma, who gets across and tries to win the ball. Endo picks it up now in the corner. It's a good challenge from Romero. He's gone down after that challenge, seemingly hurt himself, the Argentinian. Definitely no chance of a free kick because it was self-inflicted, you'd imagine. I was just having a look at the Spurs bench. Obviously they've made one forced change. Solomon came on for Heung-min Son, but besides that there's not many attacking options. So, you know, if you can't get it done,
15 นาทีสุดท้ายนะครับเพื่อน
I don't think anyone on the bench is going to come and be able to help them. As Shopshalai tries a long-range effort from around 35 yards, easily collected in the end by Vicario. And here comes Spurs now. Possibly wasteful there from Shopshalai. It could prove pivotal as Solomon comes forward on the left-hand side, skips past Trent Alexander-Arnold at ease, tries to feed in Udogie. He comes across and meets Matip. The ball's back now to Maddison on the edge of the box. He's going to shift it right towards Pedro Porro. Will he get a shot on goal? Left-footed strike blocked. He's going to go out for a corner. And now hopefully Spurs can get a good delivery in that one what we've not really seen as of yet. They're actually going to take it quickly. Kulusevski's come across. I thought he was going to take it quickly. He's
สู้ดีกว่าลิเวอร์พูลเพื่อน
just wait for a few more bodies to come forward, but it will be an in-swinger. It won't be James Maddison to take it. It's taken quickly actually toward, well, shortly. It's Pedro Porro with a cross from an angle. It's headed away by Van Dijk, only as far as James Maddison. Heavy touch from him, but he does get there. He's going to have to beat Endo. He comes back instead towards Pedro Porro. 79 minutes gone. Spurs won, Liverpool won. The latter, the away team down to 9 men as Solomon hits the byline. He feeds it off to James Maddison. Back to Solomon. Tries to square up between Endo and Trent. Good defensive, good solid lines from Liverpool as Spurs not yet able to penetrate. Kulusevski towards the edge of the box in Romero. Here's Maddison. There's room for Solomon and he finds him just inside the box on the corner. Tries to find a strike. It hits someone on the way in.
โอ้โหไม่ได้เว้ย
It's gone out on this near side. I think
เอาให้เต็มที่เอาขี้เต็มเกงไปเลยเพื่อน
Richarlison in the end, but that's more like it from Spurs. Just get a shot on goal and see what happens. And you know, if Richarlison actually stretches out his foot there,
ๆแฟนสเปอร์ก็เครียดอ่ะเพื่อนๆเหลือ11คนต่อ9คนอ่ะแต่มันยังทำอะไรไม่ได้อ่ะ
The shot did actually deflect, but I don't think it's actually touched. McAllister's now going to make way for Liverpool. Another player on a yellow card, and like you say, Jurgen Klopp's got to do everything in his
วันนี้ฟันไดกับอาริสันเบเกอร์ก็ทำหน้าที่ได้ดีด้วยแหละ
It's Gravenberch, the man who is going to come on to the field, and again for Liverpool, you know, they've got 10 minutes to go, Liverpool, and at this point of the game, Jurgen Klopp's got to say to his players, let's just try and get a point out of this game. If we can get a point playing the majority of the game with a man's disadvantage and then a two-man's disadvantage, it's going to be a really good result for us. But it's obviously not easy for Liverpool, but they're just going to have to do the best they can. And if you imagine in the last 10 minutes, there will be a lot of Spurs pressure. However, I do think that loss of Heung-min Son for Spurs is such a big blow because I just don't think the quality they've got on the field up front is as good without Son on the pitch. And Liverpool, though, they've just, if they get a set piece or just one chance on the break, that could turn out to be a golden moment. But it's going to be a big ask for the Reds.
Yeah, there's around 10 minutes of normal time remaining.
เปลี่ยนตัวอีกแล้วครับลิเวอร์พูลน่าจะต้องเอาเสมอละ10 นาทีเอง
With all 3 points.
แมคอลิสเตอร์นะครับออกแล้ว
On the left-hand side to Solomon. Trent Alexander-Arnold comes across. Solomon feeds it through to James Maddison, though he's in behind. Tries to get a cross in. Really good defensive work again from Joel Matip. Not for the first time in this game. He's pulled something out of, pulled his team out of trouble there as the corner's taken quickly on the left-hand side. Solomon's going to find Udogie on the edge of the box. He goes right towards Yves Bissouma. And then further right to Pedro Porro. The space there for Kulusevski on the corner of the box. He finds him. He's going to try and shift it to his left. Back to Pedro Porro. And then left again to Yves Bissouma. It's back and forth. It's not really penetrative enough. Basuma tried to fire something through, but it's cleared away by Liverpool. Only as far as Sarr. He's forced back towards his own goalkeeper by Szoboszlai, and Vicario steps out now and gives it towards Romero. Approaching the halfway line, Romero's looking for options forward. No runs in behind. There's no creativity at the minute from Spurs. They're just coming forward with no real creativity at all, as Kulusevski tries to beat a couple of men on the edge of the box. Goes down under a challenge from Ryan Gravenberch, but the referee's not going to give anything there despite a couple of protests. And then Liverpool trying to come away on the left-hand side.
Away.
Challenge on the right-hand side. Just have a look at this replay. Kulusevski tried to go around Alexander-Arnold and Gravenberch. Definitely not a penalty, is it?
No, I mean, he's done well, Kulusevski, enough, but no, I mean, there's a combination of two players, and I think Kulusevski's already going down, isn't he? Udogie comes off the pitch for Davis, the Welsh left back.
อ๋อแล้วเนี่ยครับถึงมี11คนนะก็เจาะลิเวอร์พูลยากมากอ่ะ9คนเนี่ย
Obviously for Spurs, again, their bench doesn't really scream a lot of quality, so you bring on players with fresh legs, and Ange Postecoglou will be watching right now as we see on our screens and thinking this team's got to do more than they are, because right now Liverpool are seeing this through a lot more comfortably than they have any right to be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. A smart change. I think one of those, Udogie, he was on a yellow card, so bringing on Davis, who can go forward, maybe not as much as Udogie does, but definitely a smart change, that one. And then the other one skipped for size, pretty much like for like. As Ben Davis comes forward on the left-hand side, feeds in Solomon. Trent Alexander-Arnold's there defending. He cuts back Solomon towards the edge of the box to Bissouma. Bissouma's got to do more for me going forward. He's just been left and right. Try a ball through and try something. Let's try and, get a goal, but seemingly not able to, as Liverpool actually win a free kick on the edge of the box. It was Van Dijk who went down under a challenge. He's going to take, as you'd imagine, he's going to take as long as he wants to get back to his feet. 83.5 minutes gone. Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. As you mentioned, Liverpool, if they're able to get a result here, they would go top of the table after Manchester City's surprising loss away at Wolves today. The home side set up really well, and Liverpool need a little bit of that now, setting up defensively and trying to catch them on the counter-attack. The free kick's still not been taken. The foul was around 40 seconds ago, but you can't blame the away side down to 9 men. Alisson does eventually take it. It's a good ball entry actually to find Andy Robertson in some space on the left-hand side. He goes inside towards Endo. There's a challenge from Skip. There's space on that right-hand side for Trent Alexander-Arnold, but the poor ball from Endo is cut out, and Spurs are able to come away with it. 84 minutes gone, Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Ball forward into a lovely room for Maddison. He tries to feed in Solomon. It's a poor left-footed pass from him. It's going to go through to the feet of the goalkeeper. He picks that up.
That's the moment for Maddison. Got to do better. He picks up the ball in a great position. A good ball through. Solomon could be in. He gets it wrong, Maddison, and Solomon looks at him and says, Solomon looks at him and says, what was that ball really? Maddison, a player of real quality, didn't quite do it there, and that's a real moment. And Liverpool, they survive on that occasion.
Yeah, absolutely. He's better than that. And I mentioned the question marks over his fitness. Perhaps that's playing more of a part than we thought, as we approached 84.5 minutes. The ball's with Pedro Porro just inside the Liverpool half. Gravenberch, you almost feel sorry for Gravenberch. He's not had the best start to his Liverpool career, and he's come off the bench here when his team are down to 9 men. You can't expect him to do too much. He is a great player, though. Of course, another great player is Van de Ven. He finds James Maddison around 40 yards from goal. It's an outside of the boot cross from him. It's cut out by Matip and then cleared by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Only as far as you'd imagine, only as far as the Spurs man, Van de Ven, gives it to James Maddison. He shifts it left towards Solomon. He's going to try and hit the byline, Solomon, and then get a crossing. He's found a little bit of room, and he finds Bissouma on the edge of the box. A strike from him hits Richarlison on the way in, but that takes a sting out of the ball, and it's flown into the hands of Alisson with real ease. It's not been the best of evenings for the Brazilian Richarlison, has it?
No, he's looked quite, as usual, he's looked quite frustrated in the game, really. I mean, there's a couple of times that's happened in this game where a shot's come in and Richarlison's actually been the man to get contact with it. I mean, to be honest, if anyone you want the ball to fall through on the edge of the area, it's probably not Yves Bissouma, to be honest, is it? And the eventual shot comes in, it's poor, hits Richarlison, easily loops up for Alisson. Andy Robertson's gone down in a little bit of a heap there, and there's a couple of players down, actually. There's yellow cards going to come out as well. Hopefully Robertson's okay. It did look a bit nasty. I think the foul had already been given in Spurs' favour, though, before Robertson went down, and obviously Pedro Porro's the man down as well, and a few bodies flying around at the moment for these two. Obviously don't want any more red cards, especially if you are Liverpool.
No, absolutely not. You don't want to go down 8 men as Robertson, as you can imagine, the Scotsman's just going to take his time getting back to his feet. I think when he does get back to his feet, he'll be greeted with a yellow card. Yes, he is. So he's in the
ทำอะไรไม่ได้พูดตามตรงเลยเพื่อน
I'm not sure if he's also going to put Pedro Porro, because he seemed to be giving the referee a little bit of a hard time. It was 50-50 really. Yeah, it was nothing too much in it. It was actually the challenge, the preceding challenge, the following challenge from Romero that's put Andy Robertson in a little bit of bother. But Pedro Porro wasn't happy with the
เขาอุตส่าห์โดนใบแดงทั้ง2 คนโห
Loves to get involved, Romero, doesn't he? No matter what's going on, he loves to get involved, and he comes across there, and he's lucky a foul's already been given against his Robertson, because that could have been a yellow card for himself as well. But Spurs come forward, and they've got to start cranking on that pressure, because the clock is not their friend right now.
Absolutely not. 87 minutes gone, so around 3 minutes of normal time remaining, and then the stoppage as well, as Romero picks it up and gives it to Yves Bissouma. He tries to shift it left towards Maddison, but it's really well cut out by Shopshalai, and it's a 3-on-3 if they can find the bodies in the right area. Shopshalai does find Endo. There's a few more retreating now for Spurs. There's a ball down the line though for Shopshalai. There's a challenge off the ball by Spurs man. Van der Veen's cut out the pass. It's gone out for a corner, but I'm not sure if this will be pulled back for a free kick. Yves Bissouma was the man who fouled Endo off the ball. He's now in the book as well. Plenty of yellow cards in this game.
Frustration there from Bissouma. Endo's already got a shiner. Might have a bit more of one after that hand to the face, and blatant yellow card. Bissouma was the man who originally gave it away, so frustration you'd imagine from him.
Yeah, almost the black eye almost acted as a target for Bissouma. He knew where to put his hand. I'll just take a moment just to say that up next for Spurs is an away trip to Luton, so they could potentially continue his unbeaten record, and Liverpool are home to Royal Union SG in midweek in Europe. There's a free kick opportunity for Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's around 50 yards from goal, but it will be a cross-field ball towards the back post. Van Dijk was up there, but Vicario claims it easily in the end, rolls out pretty quickly towards Ben Davies. Konate's on the retreat. He's going to put a challenge in here, Konate. He does well to hold up the Welshman. He finds Maddison, though, approaching the halfway line. There's a fired ball forward from him towards Solomon. He's going to have a run at Trent Alexander-Arnold, is he? Konate's back there as well, though. Solomon cuts in on the right foot. He comes inside towards Romero. He's going to come back towards James Maddison, around 30 yards from goal. A crossfield ball from him towards Kulusevski. Brings it down. Question marks of handball, but we keep going. Kulusevski trying to find room on the edge of the box. Gives it to Maddison. Right foot strike from him. It's really poor in truth. Liverpool are able to come away with it through Gravenberch. Shopshalai's fouled off the ball. It'd be a free kick on the edge of the box. Another yellow card in this game. This time it's for Romero. He gets a fair few, and the longer this game goes on, the more this looks like a 1-1 draw.
It does. I mean, Spurs have still got a bit of time. He does really well there, Soboslai. But James Maddison's contribution in this game has dwindled as it's gone on, really. He gets the ball on the edge of the box there, you're thinking. Maddison hits a shot of quality, it's going to go in. Maddison's actually going to be taken off now. You did question his fitness earlier on, Tom, and I think you were right to do that. As this game's gone on, he's looked progressively, worse, really, I think, and a bit more nervy. But I do think what this game has shown me is the depth of Tottenham's forward line. It's not as strong as the other teams in the top 6. I think that obviously for Spurs' 8th place finish last season, a lot of that was down to the brilliance of Harry Kane. He's now left. Heung-min Son has stepped up in his absence so far. The minute Son went off the pitch in this game, Spurs have ran out of ideas, and they haven't caused Liverpool enough problems. They've got a 2-man advantage on the field, really. This should be a Spurs game where they're absolutely dominant. It's not been the case in Liverpool. They've actually got the ball now as well, as Soboslai gives it away.
Yeah, they should be doing better, Spurs, with the 2-man advantage, as Trent Alexander-Arnold has some nifty footwork to get away from Solomon. Wins a throw-in on that right-hand side, as the official indicates a minimum of 6 minutes added on, so the same from the first half we've got in the second. The ball is thrown in just in front of those travelling Liverpool fans towards Endo. He gets a 1-2 from Shopshalai, and then actually gives the ball away, and Spurs are able to come forward now with Romero. There was a couple of changes there, just to mention. Højbjerg came on for Bissouma, and then Velis came on for Maddison, so double change for the home side. Here's Solomon making his way towards the edge of the box. Trent Alexander-Arnold's back there. He's got an overlap run in Davies. He goes inside to Richarlison. It's a poor touch from the Brazilian. The ball rolls in towards his countryman. Alisson, he's able to pick it up. I'm sure he'll take his time getting things back underway. We've played 91 minutes. It's Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Of course, double red card for the away side, and they're hanging on in this one. In truth, the home side have not done enough just yet, as Alisson takes the kick from his hands forward towards
น่าจะเสมอแหละเพื่อนๆจริงๆโอ้โหสเปอร์นี่นะถ้าชนะไม่ได้นะตลกมากเลยพี่เพื่อนๆ
Forward now down the left-hand side. Ben Davies forward towards Solomon. He's going to have a run at Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he's got around Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's good defensive work though to hold him up. He does get back there. It's a cross from.
เสียหายเลยอ่ะเพิ่งพูดสเปอร์พูดตามตรงเลย
A Spurs man. Questioning whether it was a foul on the goalkeeper. Referee says absolutely not. Kulusevski hits the byline, right-footed cross from him across the face of goal. Takes a nick there and it's cleared away by Liverpool. Szoboszlai comes away with it, but his touch is overhit. Spurs are able to win the ball back. Here's Ben Davies now. Gives it to Højbjerg. A cross from him towards the back post. It's going to hit Kulusevski on the byline. He chests it down. Tries to find room on that left foot. Gets a dinked cross. It's headed up, not away from Van Dijk. Edge of the box. Højbjerg gives it back to Pedro Porro. Is he going to get a crossing? Yes, he is. Back door towards Richarlison. Gets a head on it. No real power on it. It's rolled into the hands of
ของจริงลิเวอร์พูลอ่ะ พูดตามตรงเลยเหลือแม่งโดนไล่ออกไป2 คนไม่สเปอร์ทำอะไรไม่ได้เลยอ่ะเพื่อนๆ6 นาทีเว้ยเหลืออีก4 นาทีเว้ยไปสู้ๆลิเวอร์พูลเสมอดีแล้วอย่าให้สเปอร์ชนะนี่ครับแมนออฟเดอะแมตช์มันคืออลิซอนเบเกอร์นี่แหละวันนี้ถ้าเป็นแบบนี้อาร์เซนอลจะคะแนนเท่าลิเวอร์พูล
Still time for Spurs though, 3.5 minutes left of added time, but Jurgen Klopp will be desperate for that finish line.
Yeah, absolutely. As Kulusevski comes forward on the right-hand side, he gives it back towards Pedro Porro. Across from him, into the box, headed away again by Joel Matip. It's
เอาลงพื้นคูโรโอ้โห
Szoboszlai tries to feed through Gravenberch, but it's cut out by Spurs. They come forward again. It's against relentless pressure. Højbjerg. Right-hand side now with Kulusevski. If Spurs do win or draw, it'll be obviously 7 unbeaten, and he'll be Ange Postecoglou will be the second Spurs manager to go 7 unbeaten in the first 7 as a Spurs manager. Antonio Conte, the only other manager to do that, as Højbjerg picks it up around 40 yards from goal, gives it to Solomon on the left-hand side. He gets towards the byline. He's inside the box now.
ใช่ผมว่าลิซอนเบเกอร์แม่งเป็นแมนออฟเดอะแมตช์
It's poor. It's bouncing around the edge of the box. So Spurs still have the ball. Kulusevski now on the right-hand side, on the corner of the box. There's space on the edge of the box for Pedro Porro, but they can't find him. Instead, Liverpool are able to clear through. Szoboszlai, 93.5 minutes gone, so around 2.5 minutes remaining as the ball's on the halfway line with Van der Ven. Again, Spurs come forward. Højbjerg this time. Solomon's got his hand in the air, wanting to be fed through. Ben Davies obliges, gives it to him. He's got an overlapping run as well from the Welshman, but Solomon declines and comes back inside towards Højbjerg. Endo puts some pressure on him. The ball's right now to Kulusevski. You just got to question whether they just need to get it in the box, but it has been cleared away at every occasion. There's a cross-come shot there from Kulusevski. I don't think it took a deflection, so it will go out for a goal kick. Postecoglou is showing his frustrations, and you can absolutely understand, because that is just wasteful, isn't it?
It is. It's poor from Kulusevski. He's the one man you look to from Spurs in that forward line at the moment and go, you're the one who can provide a little bit of quality. And on that occasion, he didn't do that. It was poor from Kulusevski. A yellow card has been given as well. Another yellow card to top up the never-ending process to Alisson Becker, inevitably. Time wasting at this point in the game, I do not blame him, though. I think this is probably the least I'll blame a goalkeeper time wasting throughout my career.
Absolutely, yeah. That makes that's 10 cards in this game, obviously including the Curtis Jones one. So it's been a busy night for the referee as Szoboszlai tries to come away down the left-hand side, but actually wins himself a free kick from the challenge on him by Pedro Porro. Liverpool obviously take their time here. As you mentioned, Alisson was just booked for time wasting, but if they can do that and get booked and come away with the draw, I'm sure they'll be happy. They're going to not try to do that. They're actually going to try and play and try and come away with the winners. Gravenberch gets in behind. It's well held up by him, but it's good defensive work from Van der Ven. He does really well to win the ball back from Gravenberch, and Spurs can counter-attack now through Højbjerg, but it's good work from Endo to put pressure on him. It's ball through to Ben Davies. Trent Alexander-Arnold's out of position now as Solomon picks the ball up around 40 yards from goal. He's driving forward. Szoboszlai comes across. It's shifted right towards Kulusevski. Approaching the edge of the box. There's men in the box, plenty in white. He gives it towards the edge of the box again towards Romero. It's not good enough from Spurs. It's not creative enough. It's not taking enough risks. The ball's now with Pedro Porro on the byline. Across from him towards the face of goal. It's hit Joel Matip and it's gone in. And right at the death, it's an own goal from Joel Matip. Spurs have taken the lead. It's been an incredible performance from the Cameroonian international. He didn't deserve that. And in truth, I don't think Spurs deserve that.
Oh, it's a huge slice of luck for Spurs after all the play in this game. Joel Matip for me.
มาเว้ยเพื่อนๆถ้าสเปิร์มยิงได้ทำไงเนี่ยเพื่อนๆ
Spurs get the win. Well, Liverpool's hearts are absolutely broken, and their unbeaten run is going to come to an end. And wow, after a performance Liverpool have put in with 9 men, they do not deserve that. And Jurgen Klopp's face says
โอ้โหสวยจัดไปมีพื้นที่มีเวลาแล้วครับเพื่อนๆโซโรมอนออกไปทางขวาไปที่คูลูเคปสกี้คูลูเอาไงตบเข้าในโรเมโลนี่เร็วมึงจะเอายังไงออกขวาปอโลเปิดเข้าไปอ้าวเฮ้ยทำเข้าประตูตัวเองโอ้โหมาติฟทำเข้าประตูตัวเองเฉยไอ้ห่าโอ้โหมาติฟอีเหี้ยทำเข้าประตูตัวเอง
That's only partly truthful because they've not been good enough. They've not been creative enough.
โทษเวลามึงจะชนะท่วงโทษเวลาบาดเจ็บอีกแล้วอ่ะเพื่อนๆโอ้โหคอปเซ็งเลยอ่ะโอ้โห
It won't matter though because it's lovely work from Shopshlai from the goal from the kick forward towards Van Dijk. One last throw of the dice perhaps from Liverpool. Van Dijk's claiming everyone needs to come forward as will be a throw in on the right hand side and now it's Spurs' time to
บดคำซีวาว
all eyes on the referee because we have played
อุตส่าห์ต้ามาตั้งนานอ่ะ
Yeah, in truth, it's not been good enough from Spurs. They will come away with the victory, you would imagine, but perhaps not deserved. Even against 9 men, they weren't that good. Solomon finds himself in behind now. Trent Alexander-Arnold tries to retreat. Konate comes across. There's space on the edge of the box for Richarlison, but instead Solomon takes it into the corner, and the Spurs fans are up in arms and they're cheering because the referee has blown the final whistle. And Postecoglou can breathe a sigh of relief. In truth, the away team were down to 9 men, and it was an own goal from Joel Matip that proved the final nail in the coffin. Really, it's Spurs 2, Liverpool 1.
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match?
พูดไม่ออกเลยผม
Whether you're
จ
interested
ริง
in betting on the match
ๆ
result,
อะไร
the
วะ
first player to score, the last scorer,
เพื่อน
correct score, double
คือมัน
result, total goals market,
เจอไอ้นี่ได้อยู่แล้วอ่ะ
or any other of our exciting market, it's
มัน
fun
จะเส
to
มอ
be
อยู่แล้วอ่ะ
involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy
มันก็
superb independent studio commentary
โอ้
while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good
โอ้
luck.
เสียใจด้วยครับแฟนลิเวอร์พูลจริงๆโอ้
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the
มา
opportunity
ติฟ
of
ทำ
having
เข้า
a
ประตู
bet
ตัวเอ
on the
งอ่ะ
match?
โอ้โห
Whether you're
มันใช่
interested
ไหม
in
อ่ะ
betting on the match result, the
มันจะ
first
เสมอ
player
อ
to
ยู่แล้ว
score,
อ่ะ
the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks
ต้าน
off,
มา
you
ตั้ง
can
นาน
sit
อ่ะ
back
เหลือ
and
10 คน
enjoy
ตั้งแต่กี่
superb
นาทีอ่ะพี่
independent studio
ตั้
commentary
งแต่ครึ่งแรก
while
อ่ะ
also enjoying our in-play betting
แล้วมาโดน
opportunities.
เหลืองที่สองนี่ครับโดนไปเหลืองที่2 นาทีที่69ครับ
Our next
เหลือตั้ง
football
20 นาที
commentary
อ่ะ
match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double
แต่ส
result,
นุกครับ
total
เพื่อน
goals
ๆแต่
market,
สนุกมาก
handicap betting, or any
คู่เนี้ย
other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck.
แต่ถ้าผมเป็นแฟนลิเวอร์พูลผมก็ไม่ได้เสียใจนะเพื่อน
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting
โอ้
on the
มัน
match
ต้านมาได้
result,
นาน
the
แล้วมัน
first
สู้
player
ได้
to
แบบ
score, the last scorer,
สนุกมาก
correct score, double result, total goals
จ
market,
ริงๆ
handicap
เพื่อน
betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck.
เพื่อนๆคิดเห็นอย่างไรบ้างแต่ก็สนุก
Our
ดีครับ
next
เพื่อน
football
ๆวันนี้
commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved.
ผมว่ามันก็สนุกดีเหมือนกันนะสำหรับวันนี้
and enjoy
โดนใบแดง
superb
แบบ
independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting
เนี่ย
ever
อัตรา
nearer,
การคร
so
องบอล
why
เนี่ย
not
ส
take
เป
the
อร์
opportunity of
65
having a bet
ลิเวอ
on
ร์
the
พูล
match? Whether you're
35 นะครับ
interested in betting on
โอ
the
กาส
match
ยิง
result,
ของ
the
ส
first
เปอ
player
ร์
to
นะ
score,
เพื่อน
the
ๆ
last scorer,
24 ครั้ง
correct score, double result,
ของ
total
ลิเวอร์
goals
พูล
market,
นี่แค่
handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market,
12 ครั้ง
it's
เอง
fun to be involved.
เข้ากรอบ
Don't
นี่
forget, when
8
the
ส
match
เปอร์ นะค
kicks
รับลิเวอ
off,
ร์พู
you
ลเข้า
can
กรอบ
sit
4
back and enjoy superb
อั
independent
ตราการ
studio
ผ่านบอลนี่
commentary while
660 กับ
also enjoying our in-play
360
betting
คือแบบ
opportunities.
ห่าง
Good
กัน
luck.
300 ครั้งอัตราการผ่านบอลแต่อย่างว่าครับ ตัวผู้เล่น 9 ต่อ 11 คน
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so
แต่พูด
why
ตาม
not
ตรง
take
นะ
the
ลิเวอร์พูลมัน
opportunity
ก็
of
ไม่ได้
having
แย่
a
ข
bet
นาด
on
นั้น
the
นะวันนี้
match?
มันแค่โอ้
Whether
โห
you're interested in
ถ้าไม่
betting on the
ทำจังหวะ
match result, the first
เข้า
player
ประ
to
ตูตัว
score,
เอง
the
ก็
last
ไม่
scorer,
โดนหรอกครับ
correct
พี่
score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap
พี่
betting,
ครับ
or
ใคร
any
เป็นแฟน
other
ลิเวอ
of
ร์พู
our
ลโอ้โห
exciting
เสียใจ
market,
ด้วยครับ
it's
เพื่อน
fun to be
ๆจ
involved.
ริง
Don't forget,
ผม
when
พูด
the
ตรง
match
เลยคือ
kicks
แบบ
off, you can sit
เสี
back
ยดายแทน
and
อ่ะ
enjoy superb
แค่
independent
นา
studio
ทีเดียว
commentary
อ่ะโอ้โห
while
มา
also
ติปมาทำเข้า
enjoying
ประตูตัว
our
เอง
in-play betting opportunities.
เห็นแล้ว
Good luck.
หนักเลย เห็นเจติปมาทำเข้าประตูตัวเอง นี่ครับลูกนี้เลย โอ้โหแบบ
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the
นี่ครับ
match?
มาติป
Whether you're
คือมัน
interested
เปิด
in
เข้ามา
betting
แล้ว
on the
มา
match
ติปเขาส
result,
กั
the
ด
first
พลาด
player
อ่ะ
to
มันก็เลย
score,
เข้า
the
ประตู
last
ไปเลย
scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our
ทำให้สเปอร์นะ ชนะ2 นัดติดแล้วนะ ในช่วงทดเวลาบาดเจ็บที่ได้ประตูจากช่วงทดเวลาบาดเจ็บเนี่ย อันนี้คือช่วงโดนใบแดง นี่ครับเดียโก้โชต้าก็มาโดนใบแดงอีกคนหนึ่งคือแบบมันโดน2 คนจัดแต่ลิเวอร์พูลโหสุดยอดยอมรับวันนี้ดีจริงๆแล้วอลิซอนเบเกอร์นี่ก็เหนียวมากๆเหนียวจริงๆเลยอ่ะเพื่อนๆพี่อันนี้น่าจะเป็นลูกแรกนะครับเพื่อนๆอันเนี้ยครับเป็นจังหวะที่เจติปมาติปนะครับทำเข้าประตูตัวเองเนี่ยคือเป็นรูปนี้เลยคิดเห็นอย่างไรบ้างครับแฟนลิเวอร์พูลคิดอย่างไรพิมพ์มาคุยกันได้นะครับพิมพ์มาคุยมาพิมพ์มาคุยกันสนุกสนานนะครับวันนี้มีทั้งหลายคู่เลยนะเพื่อนๆหลายคู่มากๆเดี๋ยวเรามาดูรีซอร์ของเว็บพรีเมียร์นะครับว่าวันนี้อะไรจบไปแล้วบ้างก็สำหรับค่ำคืนนี้นะวันที่30เดือนกันยายนนะครับก็วันคืนนี้เลยเที่ยงคืนแล้วก็เป็นวันที่1ตุลาวันนี้นะครับแอสตันวิลล่านะครับชนะไบรตัน6-1อาร์เซนอลนะครับชนะบอร์นมัธ0-4นะครับเอเวอร์ตันนะครับแพ้ลูตันทาวน์2-1แมนยูนะครับแพ้คริสตัลพาเลซ1-0นิวคาสเซิลนะครับชนะเบอร์ลี่2-0เวสต์แฮมชนะเชฟฟิลด์ยูไนเต็ด2-0แล้วก็วูฟแฮมป์ตันนะครับชนะแมนซิตี้2-1สเปอร์ก็ชนะลิเวอร์พูล2-1เหมือนกันนะครับก็จบแล้วประมาณนี้แหละครับเพื่อนๆก็ไม่มีอะไรมากคือไม่มีอะไรต้องพูดกันแล้วพรุ่งนี้นะมีนอตติงแฮมฟอเรสต์กับเบรนท์ฟอร์ดแล้วก็มันไนท์เดย์นะครับมันไนท์คืนวันจันทร์นะมันไนท์เดย์เป็นฟูลแลมเจอเชลซีนะเวลา2:00เชลซีก็อาการหนักพอกันแหละครับเพื่อนๆอาการหนักอาทิตย์หน้านะอาร์เซนอลเจอซิตี้เลยนะครับเพื่อนๆเวลา4:30ไหนเรามาดูโปรแกรมไอ้นี่ดีครับเพื่อนๆโปรแกรมยูฟ่าแชมเปี้ยนลีกใช่ไหมพรุ่งนี้ก็ไม่ค่อยมีบอลอะไรดูเลยนะเพื่อนๆไม่รู้พรุ่งนี้ผมจะไลฟ์คู่ไหนเลยเนี่ยนอตติงแฮมฟอเรสต์เบรนท์ฟอร์ดพรุ่งนี้ไม่รู้จะไลฟ์คู่ไหนเลยพูดตามตรงเลยครับพี่ๆไม่มีบอลไลฟ์เลยพวกเนี้ย แล้วก็มียูฟ่าแชมเปี้ยนลีกนะครับกลางสัปดาห์ยูฟ่าแชมเปี้ยนลีกยูโรปาลีกแล้วก็คอนเฟอเรนซ์นี่ครับวันอังคารช่วงเวลา5 ทุ่มมีจูเนียนเบอร์ลินเจอบาก้าเราบวกเจอเรียวโซไซดัดแล้วก็คืนวันอังคารนะครับนี่ครับแมนยูเจอคาราตาซายมาเยอร์นูนิกเจอเอฟซีโคบาเนเกนนะครับอาร์เซนอลเจอแลนด์พีเอสวีเจอเซบีย่านาโปลีเจอมาดริดอินเตอร์เจอเบนฟิก้าแอตติโกมาดริดนี่จะเป็นวันพุธแล้วนะครับเวลา5 ทุ่มยูฟ่าแชมเปี้ยนลีกนี่มีบิ๊กแมตช์อะไรเจอกันไหมครับนิวคาสเซิลเจอปารีสคู่นี้น่าดูอ่ะคืนวันพุธนะครับดอร์ทมุนด์เจอมิลานนิวคาสเซิลเจอปารีสนี่มันกลุ่มอัปเดตนี่หว่ากลุ่มอัปเดตนะโอ้โหกลุ่มเนี้ยโหดจัด ก็ประมาณนี้นะครับเพื่อนๆสำหรับค่ำคืนนี้ก็ยาวๆหลายคู่เลย2คู่เลยนะครับเราแล้วก็บอลใหญ่เตะกันวันนี้หมดเลยพรุ่งนี้ก็แทบจะไม่มีอะไรเลยก็เหมือนว่าโปรแกรมมันจะมาพานกันวันนี้หมดเพราะมันมีกลางสัปดาห์มีทั้งยูฟ่าแชมเปี้ยนลีกยูโรปาใช่ไหมบอลใหญ่ก็ต้องเตะกลางสัปดาห์เขาก็เลยเลื่อนมาอาจจะจัดตารางมาเป็นวันเสาร์กันเกือบหมดเลยก็เลยทำให้แบบพรุ่งนี้เราไม่มีบอลดูอ่ะง่ายๆพี่พรุ่งนี้เราก็พักผ่อนแล้วกันแล้วก็คืนวันอังคารเราก็มาบู๊กันใหม่ยาวๆครับตั้งแต่5 ทุ่มถึงตี 4 ยาวๆเลยวันนี้น่าเสียดายครับเพื่อนๆลิเวอร์พูลแบ่งแต้มได้อยู่แล้วแม่ง
Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score,
เดี๋
the
ยวไป
last
เสร็จ
scorer, correct score, double
ส
result,
เปอร์ได้
goals market,
แต่ก็ยอมรับเพราะวันนี้ลิเวอร์พูลสู้ได้แบบใจขาดดิ้นมากๆเลยสู้แบบโอ้โหสุดยอดอะเพื่อนๆพี่คือแบบ
and enjoy superb independent studio
สู้
commentary
อย่างดี
while also
มากๆเลย
enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck.
ก็วันนี้นะครับเพื่อนๆพี่ๆใครที่เข้ามาแล้วนะครับฝากกด Subscribe ฝากกดติดตามให้ด้วยนะครับพี่ๆเพื่อนๆน้องๆฝากกดไลค์ฝากกดแชร์ฝากกดติดตามแล้วก็จะซัพพอร์ตนะครับเลขบัญชีนะครับที่อยู่ด้านล่างนะครับเป็นทางพร้อมเพย์นะครับเบอร์0992641870ชื่อนายสถาพรเป็นเพลงก็คือชื่อผมเองนะครับจะซัพพอร์ตเป็นท่อนำเลี้ยงของช่องเราได้เลยนะครับก็การที่พวกผมจะอยู่ได้ก็จากพวกพี่ๆเนี่ยครับจากพวกพี่ๆคนดูทั้งหลายฝากกดไลค์ครับฝากกดแชร์ฝากกดติดตามนะครับแล้วก็ฝากซัพพอร์ตนะครับในช่องทางต่างๆทั้งจะเป็นในการกดไลค์หรือการกดติดตามหรือว่าจะเป็นซัพพอร์ตทางตัวเงินมาเป็นท่อนำเลี้ยงช่วยช่องของผมนะครับก็ขอบคุณมากจริงๆครับวันนี้ราตรีสวัสดิ์ครับพี่ฝันดีครับพี่บ๊ายบายตี 2แล้วนอนกันดีครับพี่บ๊ายบายนะครับ
Don't forget when the match kicks off, you can sit
back and
enjoy superb independent